From pretty much the present, this is your host, Adam Graham, welcoming you to a week of old-time radio detective podcast from 2013. Because these podcast episodes are quite old, offers and information contained in them are not valid unless they are reflected on our website at greatdetectives.net. Now enjoy a week of podcasts from our archives at the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. Welcome to the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham. If you have a comment, email it to me, box13 at greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. Well, our listener support campaign is over, but I want to thank those who contributed. Among them, Deanna and Tina. Thanks so much for your support. We'll be sending along your thank you gifts at your request. And if you did contribute and would like your thank you gift, I encourage you to contact us as soon as possible so we can just kind of close the books. You can still support the show at support.greatdetectives.net. All right, well, now we're going to start another Yours Truly Johnny Dollar serial. It's time for The Clinton Matter, Part 1 and 2.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
Mr. John Dollar?
Yes?
Western Union, I have a message for you from New York.
Oh?
Please proceed Northern Hotel, Clinton, Colorado, as soon as possible.
Yeah?
Building irregularities suspected affecting several insurance companies. Will advise. Regards. Signed, Albert Davies, Chief Investigator, United Adjustment Bureau, New York, New York.
Uh-huh.
Would you like that mailed to you, Mr. Dollar?
No, don't bother. Can you take an answer?
Go ahead.
To Albert Davies, Chief Investigator, United Adjustment Bureau. You have the address. Confirming. Exact time of arrival to follow. Sign that, Johnny Dollar.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the United Adjustment Bureau, New York City, New York. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Clinton matter. Or maybe racket is a better word. Expense account, first item, $105.63. Transportation by air, Hartford to Denver. Item 2, $28.50, Denver to Grand Junction. A place busy and bustling with uranium hopefuls. Third expenditure, $100. Deposit and rental on a car, which I used to drive the 105 miles through the rugged mountains due north of Grand Junction to Clinton, Colorado. A place that the rental agents had described as a sleepy little mountain town. When I got there, everybody was running in the direction of what was very shortly not going to be the new school building. Like everybody else in Clinton, Colorado, I spent the next 3 hours or so helping to try and get the fire under control. Then finally, I left the scene and located the Northern Hotel, where the clerk was standing by waiting for me.
Mr. Dollar?
Yeah.
Operator 18 New York City has been calling you for the last 4 hours. Mr. Davies, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Could you put the call in for me?
Certainly, I'd be glad to.
I'll take it up to my room. I want to change my clothes.
Certainly. Boy, take Mr. Dollar's bags up to 310.
I shaved and showered, changed clothes, and unpacked. From my window, I could see the still glowing embers of the fire, red against the winter night. The school building was completely destroyed. Beyond, the snow-covered Rockies rose all about the town of Clinton, which I had yet to see. Johnny Dollar.
I have your call now, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, good, thanks.
Johnny?
Hi, Al.
Say, I've been trying to get to you all day. I thought you were going to let me know the minute you got into town.
Well, there was a fire here, Al. I had to pitch in and help along with everybody else.
Oh, I see. Well, has Osborne contacted you yet about this case?
Osborne, who's that?
Julian Osborne. Look, I talked to him in Clinton last night. He said he'd wait around the hotel until you showed up. He lives there, Johnny. He drove into Denver 2 days ago and told the insurance broker he thought a building that Great Eastern Fidelity covered was in real bad shape.
Now, what building?
Well, a new school that they just put up there, Johnny.
Al, it was in bad shape. Worse shape now. It fell down about 4 hours ago. That was the fire, Al.
Oh. Well, Great Eastern's in for $200,000. Look, Johnny, contact Julian Osborne and see what he has to say.
Right.
And call me back when you find out what's what.
So long.
Yes, Mr. Dollar, may I help you?
Yeah. Do you have a city directory here in Clinton?
We aren't that small. Here it is, right here.
Good.
After all, we have 14,263 people.
Okay, thanks.
I know most of them, Mr. Dollar. Who do you want to get in touch with?
A man named Julian Osborne.
Julian Osborne?
Yeah. Know him?
I didn't know him, but it came over the radio a little while ago. They found his body in the fire. He burned to death.
A 4-block walk down the icy streets of the town took me to the sheriff's office, and face to face with a heavy-set, owlish-looking man named Doherty. Sheriff Paul Doherty. He smiled professionally until I got around to inquiring about Julian Osborne.
Oh. Well, you his family?
No. I made the trip here to Clinton to see him especially, though. I just heard he was killed in the fire.
Yes. Yes, too bad about Mr. Osborne.
I don't quite understand about it, though.
He was school janitor.
Oh.
What was your business with him, Mr. Dollar?
Insurance investigation.
Oh?
Yeah, Osborne reported the possibility of something wrong with the new school.
He did? To who?
To our brokers in Denver. That's why they sent me out here.
Well, your trip was for nothing, then.
Maybe.
Well, you'd think if he had anything like that on his mind, he'd have come to me, wouldn't you?
Yes. Did he?
No, used to pass him on the street. Never said a word.
Uh-huh. Where's the body?
Morgue? I wouldn't go over there, son.
I want to contact some of his family, his friends.
Well, that might be hard to do. No family here, no close friends. Used to prospect for a living until he got kind of old. Then he took the job janitoring. Lived right there in the basement of the school. City'll bury him.
I see. How long had he worked at the school?
6 months since the place was built.
Mm-hmm. Who hired him?
Principal, Florrie Hawkins.
Florrie Hawkins. Where can I find her?
Lives on Pearson Street. That's 1 block over and 2 blocks to your left. Number 326.
326 Pearson, huh?
That's right. And son.
Hmm?
Bad night to go calling on her.
I'd like to see Mrs. Hawkins, please.
I'm Miss Hawkins.
Well, I'm an insurance investigator. My name's Johnny Dollar.
Insurance?
Yes.
Why do you want to talk to me?
Well, I'll be frank with you, Miss Hawkins. I came to Clinton to talk to Julian Osborne.
Oh.
You heard he died in the fire.
Yes, I heard. Tragic. I'm so thankful school wasn't in session today. Come in.
Thank you. I know this has been a pretty grueling day for you, for everyone in this town, Miss Hawkins, losing your school and all. I wouldn't call on you except I feel it's important.
Excuse me, please.
Sure.
Hello? Who? Yes, Sheriff. Yes, he is right now. Yes. Good night.
There's just a couple of questions I'd like you to answer about Julian Osborne so I can
I'm afraid I can't help you with anything, Mr. Dollar.
What?
You'll have to go now.
Well, look, now, wait a minute. If you'd only...
I don't want to be impolite, but I'm tired. Very tired.
Yeah, sure. That phone call wore you out.
Please.
All right, I'll go, Miss Hawkins. But I think you should know why I came here.
I can assure you, Mr. Dollar, whatever the reason, I'm simply not interested.
I was sent here because Julian Osborne advised the insurance company that he suspected certain building irregularities had gone into the new school. Miss Hawkins, did Mr. Osborne ever mention anything like this to you?
No. Now, will you
Do you have an idea to whom he might have confided such information here in Clinton?
No. I rather think he was imagining things.
You noticed nothing irregular yourself?
No, of course not.
Mm-hmm. Would that call you just had from Sheriff Doherty cause you not to notice anything?
Is that all? I'm dreadfully tired.
Thanks for your time. Oh, Miss Hawkins.
Yes?
If Sheriff Doherty calls again, tell him I'm at the Northern Hotel. Northern Hotel.
Good night, Mr. Dollar.
Expense account item 4, $10.80. One long-distance call to New York. I got Al Davies out of bed and told him the fate of Julian Osborne. Davies requested me to stay on in Clinton to see the matter through. About 11 o'clock that night, I walked over to the site where the new school had once stood. A few firemen and policemen were still around, searching the ashes by the light of lanterns and spotlights. One of them told me the cause of the fire had not yet been determined. I started back to my hotel. Turning a corner by an alley, 2 men in dark clothes were holding a third man in a sheepskin. A fourth man was giving him the works. Hey, just a minute here.
Come on, let's get out of here, boy.
There, easy now, easy now. You need some help, mister.
Everybody needs help. Let me tell you who I am before you help me. Maybe you won't want to.
Easy, just take it easy now.
I'm David Baines. You're from out of town, aren't you?
Yes.
I thought so. I architected that school that isn't anymore. Well, don't you understand, Samaritan? Don't you see? That group of citizens who were working me over just now have kids. The kids could have been in there when the fire broke out.
Here, easy now.
I'm afraid. I'm afraid they feel I don't design especially good buildings.
I took David Baines over to my hotel room, still half unconscious from the beating. I sent the bellboy out for bandages, iodine, and something to take off the chill. While I was patching him up, I was thinking how he'd stood there and taken that beating. Stood there in sight of half a dozen policemen and firemen and let them do that to him. Yeah, try a little more.
Thanks. Who are you?
Johnny Dollar, insurance investigator. I came here about the school.
I see. Do you want to beat me up, too? Company you're working for will be liable.
Want some more of this?
What'd you say your name is?
Dollar. Johnny Dollar.
Mr. Dollar, I'm in a curious position. I designed the school. I planned every feature of it. But I had nothing to do with the building. You don't believe me?
I wish you'd explain that.
A week before they broke ground, a very important thing happened to me, Mr. Dollar. I went to Europe. I couldn't pass it up. It was a chance to study for another year under some men I'd admired all my life. Consider it a scholarship, Mr. Baines. That's what he said.
Who said?
The man who paid my way to Europe. His name was Roy Vickery. So I went to Europe, and I studied. I came back, and my building was all built. Now it's burnt down. I'm a local boy who's made bad. Very bad.
Who's Roy Vickery?
The contractor who built it.
I better talk to him.
Yes, talk to him by all means. You represent a rich and powerful company, Mr. Dollar. But in Clinton, you're wasting your time. You'll learn no facts, no information, nothing helpful from anyone here. Particularly Roy Vickery. You're in a tight, hot, mean little burg, Mr. Dollar.
All right, let's have it. Was that building fired on purpose?
I just told you. You won't find out anything in this town.
From Hollywood, it's time now for...
Johnny Dollar.
David Baines.
Hi. How's it going this morning?
I'm
I'm staying off the streets. I don't want to be beat up again. I'd advise you to do the same.
I can't very well do that. The city of Clinton has filed claim for their school building. I have to make an investigation.
You're bucking a rough crowd, Mr. Dollar. Wait till you meet 'em all.
I intend to.
I admire you, but I think you're foolish. Good luck.
Just a minute.
What?
Not only did a school building burn down yesterday, but a man died in that fire. If there was something wrong with it, I want to get to the bottom of it. I expect help from you, too.
I'll stay here until I hear from
you. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to United Adjustment Bureau, 418 West 61st Street, New York City. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Clinton matter. That's Clinton, Colorado. Expense account item 5, 80 cents, telegram to Dodd and Company, Denver insurance brokers, who would handle the policies covering the new school building in Clinton. I requested them to forward copies of the policies. Item 6, 10 cents, one copy of the Clinton Times and the full story on the fire. It was believed by Fire Chief Hanley that the fire had started because of overheated boilers in the heating system.
Dollar, is it?
Yeah, that's right. I'm an insurance investigator.
Yep. Well, what can I do for you?
Tell me about the fire yesterday.
You sound like you're carrying a chip on your shoulder, Mr. Dollar.
We had word that building irregularities were suspected in that school, Chief. The word came from the janitor, Julian Osborne. He burned to death in that fire yesterday, and the building's gone now.
You get as head up as you want to, boy. I got my own troubles. I'll tell you what we think, and you can take it, whether you like it or not. We think old Julian Osborne might have passed out, got drunk, or had a heart attack in that building. We think something like that happened, and the boilers kept right on going and built up the pressure. We think the boilers exploded, the fire started, and that was that.
And why do you think the whole place went down?
Because it spread so fast.
Why did it spread?
I didn't build the building. I just took care of the fire. You're going to have to change your attitude around here if you want anybody to cooperate with you.
All right, then tell me this. Why, on a day when school wasn't in session, would those boilers be fired up at all?
I don't know.
Chief, last night I talked to Sheriff Doherty, trying to get information about Julian Osborne. He didn't know anything either. I also talked to Florrie Hawkins, the school principal. She didn't know. Now you don't know anything. Who does?
I've done my job, boy. I've determined cause.
You've also given me a chance to look at you, which was about the only reason I came here. I'll get information elsewhere, Chief. There's some people in this town who want to talk and tell me things. You and your sheriff and whoever else is involved can't keep every mouth in this town shut. And I'll tell you like I told Miss Hawkins. I'm at the Northern Hotel, in case you remember anything.
I can't hear you, boy. Not one word.
Expense account item 7, $1.80, breakfast in the coffee shop of my hotel for myself and David Baines, who still looked badly battered from the beating he'd taken the night before.
You're taking a chance sitting here with me. Hope you realize that.
Am I?
I'm public enemy number 1 in this town. I'm the man who built the school that didn't stay up.
Look, Baines, I want you to tell me all about it. If you have any information or knowledge that would be helpful in this investigation, then you better give out with it right now.
What specifically do you want to know?
First, the town.
You know what this place is? It's a backyard. And only the rich kids can play here. Vickery, Hanley, Doherty, those are the rich kids, Mr. Dollar. The rest of us are, well, we live across the tracks.
Let's start with Vickery.
He's a builder. Not only here, all over these mountains. Grand Junction, Rifle Mesa, all over. He's got $1 million and 1 million angles. He's the one who sent me to Europe to study for a year after I completed my plans for the new building. Got me out of the way.
Okay. Fire Chief Hanley.
A friend of Vickery's. And any friend of Vickery's is going to get rich, one way or another.
Sheriff Doherty.
He keeps the law orderly for Vickery. Very necessary.
Okay, then. The fire itself. Chief Hanley says the school boilers blew up and caused the fire.
There was no reason for those boilers to be fired up. No reason. If they were fired to blow up. They had automatic shut-off equipment.
What about Julian Osborne?
You say he notified the broker in Denver that something was wrong with the building, and that's how you got here. I don't know. They might have fired it for money, too. I told you I was in Europe until they constructed it. I got back in Clinton 4 days ago. I went over to see my building. They used my outside drawing, Dollar. Wooden beams where I indicated steel girders. Only half the plumbing and heating system, other things. Looked like they'd made it up as they went along.
Did you talk to anybody about it?
Oh, sure. The contractor.
Vickery.
He told me to keep my mouth shut and be a good boy.
You think he got you out of town during the construction so you wouldn't interfere?
I think so. I'm not important, but it was the easiest way. I understand Mr. Vickery's a little unpopular today.
What?
A delegation went out to his house to hang him or something.
Baines was partially right. A delegation had gone out to see Roy Vickery in his polished pine domain at the end of town. They were still there when I drove up in my rented car. 20 or 30 irate citizens demanding an explanation for the lost school. 10 uniformed men from Sheriff Doherty's office formed a half-moon circle in front of the main entrance, their holsters unbuckled. The sheriff himself was directing the operation.
All right, just a minute there.
Hello, Sheriff.
Huh?
Johnny Dollar. I talked to you last night.
Oh, yeah. Chief Hanley called me about you.
The chief called you, and last night you called Florrie Hawkins. That was nice. Keep the wires burning.
Chief said you came over to see him. Used abusive language. Tried to cause trouble.
The chief was mistaken. I wasn't trying to cause trouble, Sheriff. There's enough of that in this town. I was just trying to find out how the fire started yesterday.
The chief told you how it started.
I didn't believe him. Now, what do you think of that?
You better watch your step around here, Mr. Dollar. You seem to be looking for arguments all the time.
Not at all, Sheriff. I'm misunderstood.
We understand you all right.
How's Mr. Vickery?
He's all right, and he's going to stay all right.
I'm sure he will. But these people don't like their school burning down. It's expensive. Also, their kids could have been in it. I want to see Mr. Vickery about that.
He isn't seeing anyone, Mr. Dollar. And we aren't letting anybody in to see him.
Really? Did any of you people hear that?
Now, look here.
Hey, listen, folks. Listen to me, will you? Look. Now, listen. I'm an insurance investigator. I'm worried about what happened to your school yesterday.
Keep quiet.
They tell me Mr. Vickery built that school. The architect who designed it said it wasn't built to his specifications. Now, I want to go in and ask Mr. Vickery about that. The sheriff here doesn't want me to do that.
I'll get you for this, Dollar.
Wait a minute. The sheriff just said I'll get you for this. All right, hold it. Hold it, please. Please. Now, listen to me. Listen. I'll put it to the sheriff again so you can all hear. Sheriff, I want to go in and see Mr. Vickery on business. Well?
Go ahead.
Thank you. At a direction from Sheriff Doherty, the wedge of deputies opened up long enough for me to walk through the wrought iron gate and up the steps to the Vickery mansion. A tall man in a white jacket answered the door and ushered me into a den that was stocked with good liquor and big leather chairs. Finally, a big man in a blue suit walked in. He had lots of good teeth, and there wasn't an ounce of fat on his 230 pounds.
I'm Roy Vickery. It was quite an act with Sheriff Doherty just now. I watched you from upstairs.
That's a good, safe place to watch from, Mr. Vickery.
Now that you're in, what can I do for you?
Tell me everything you can about that school building.
Mm-hmm. Has the city of Clinton made a claim yet?
Yes, $200,000, building and contents.
You got in town pretty fast.
We heard there might be something wrong with that building before the fire. Apparently there was.
Now, who told you a thing like that?
Julian Osborne. He's dead now, you know.
Oh? Well, 2 boilers explode, and there's something wrong with the building. Is that the way you people figure?
Yeah.
Well, so do we, and we couldn't find anything wrong.
Who's we?
Officially, we're the Civic Construction Department. We just had a meeting. We thought we ought to.
Yeah. I figure those people hanging around outside should be worrying.
Well, they don't worry me, and you don't worry me. A drunken janitor goes to sleep and lets the boilers kick up, and the joint blows apart and burns down. That's what we decided in the meeting. It was a terrible accident. We'll have to use an old garage or something for a school, but then we'll get around to building another school with the insurance money we have coming.
And that's that?
That's that.
Mr. Vickery, I'd like a copy of the specifications that went into that building.
Sure, anything at all. There you are. Okay?
That'll do for now.
Good. Now, you can get out of my house, Dollar. You smell smoky.
There were 50 pages of specifications on the building materials used in the construction of that school. They looked all right. They also looked as though they could have been forgeries. Expense account item 8, $6. 1 bottle of whiskey for David Baines and myself in my hotel room. Baines went over the specifications page by page. Okay, what do you think?
These are my specifications, more or less.
This is what's on paper that went into the building. How about what actually went into it?
Well, the little I saw, they cut corners everywhere. The outside was just a shell of this stuff.
You sure?
These are my notes. I can remember this much.
Can you remember it in front of a notary? I want a sworn statement.
I don't know.
You what?
Now, don't look at me that way. You can get my statement and possibly a half a dozen other statements. On paper, you'd have a case. Then what would you do? Go to the district attorney? We haven't got a district attorney. We got a county attorney who's elected for a 4-year term.
All right, I'll go to him.
Vickery?
Then I'll go to somebody else, the insurance commission.
You try to go any farther, they'll kill you, Dollar.
Well, let me worry about that. Now, will you make a statement?
Sorry. That'd kill me, too.
And that's the way matters stood in Clinton, Colorado, 24 hours after their new school building had burned down and a man had died in the flames. Everyone seemed to know it was all wrong, but no one was willing to do anything about it. Johnny Dollar.
Hello, Dollar. Roy Vickery.
Wow.
You go over those specifications?
Yes, I did. Very thoroughly.
Well?
I think they're fakes, Mr. Vickery.
I didn't ask you your opinion, Dollar.
But you've got it.
Well, I'm sure you're entitled to it. When are you leaving town?
Not for a while.
I was kind of hoping you'd be leaving like in about an hour. You'd make good connections then.
Sorry. I haven't really gotten around as much as I want to yet.
You saw me. I can tell you anything.
Oh, I'll get around to you again.
Get out of town, Dollar. Now.
Vickery, there are times when I don't hear good.
Now, here's our star to tell you about tomorrow's intriguing episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow, a lady who promised to love, honor, and obey a building inspector, but wound up a widow. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson. It is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Welcome back. Well, this is actually among one of my favorites of these 5-part serials. And I always appreciate it when our detective, who isn't always fighting government corruption, really does come up against it, because I think it really adds something to the stakes of the story, where, you know, it's a bigger issue than just a single insurance claim. You know, and of course, I think the great thing about the corrupt government angle is that it's not one of those things, you know, there are certain things where there's political issues, but I don't think there's anybody out there who's like, yay, corrupt government. So just makes it overall enjoyable. All right, well, now we go to listener comments and feedback, and we begin over on Facebook, where Alicia comments, I'm one of those 30-year-olds that love listening to old-time radio shows. I've actually been listening to them since I was in college, and one of the radio stations had old-time radio shows on Friday evenings. My big brother hooked me on them when he let me listen to a Lights Off Everyone show. I'm happy to say that during one of the Johnny Dollar shows, I was able to addict my older sister and her 12-year-old daughter. Now they can't get enough of them either. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you so much, and Alicia, and you keep up the good work as well, getting multiple members of the family listening. That's great. And we have this comment from Hazel, who writes, Hi, Adam. I've been listening to your show for the last couple years. I look forward to each new episode every day, and I listen while I'm cooking or cleaning or just taking a break. The show really brightens my day. Thanks for taking the time to do this. Since I know you've been keeping tabs on your younger listeners lately, I thought I'd tell you that I'm 32 years old, and I'm a part-time English professor in Ottawa, Ontario. My current favorite show is Johnny Dollar, but I enjoy everything you provide. And then we have a comment from Donna, who says, I am 58 years old and love listening to yours truly, Johnny Dollar. I love to hear your commentary about the show. Thank you so much for keeping this show alive. Well, thanks so much, Donna, and I appreciate we've got so many great listeners out there of all ages. Finally, wrap up, we have an iTunes review, this one from Altos425. Was getting tired of hearing music all the time and found old-time radio. Love the broadcast and hearing the cast afterwards, and hearing actors who are not famous at the time. Well, thanks so much for listening. It's truly appreciated. That will actually do it for today. We will be back tomorrow with Mr. Malone, and then be sure and listen to us on Wednesday as we continue the Clinton matter. Today's episode is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners, and I want to send out thank yous to Sparky and to Robert. Thanks so much for your support. You can support the show at support.greatdetectives.net. And now it's time for an episode for our program today, but it's got a different title than last week. The episode we played you from 1947 was titled Murder and Mr. Malone. After, in April of 1948, it was actually retitled as The Amazing Mr. Malone. The initial press reports, as Digital Daily FTP notes, said that the series was to be renamed John J. Malone for the Defense, which I guess still did not make a whole lot of sense since Malone wasn't appearing in court. Unfortunately, that episode we played last week was the only episode from the 66 episode run of Murder and Mr. Malone. And unfortunately, this episode is the only episode we have from the first 49 episode season of The Amazing Mr. Malone, starring Frank Lovejoy. And we'll have a little bit more on Mr. Lovejoy after the show. But whatever you call it, and there's also a new routine here that we'll discuss after the show. But here now, from August 28th, 1948, the 19th episode of The Amazing Mr. Malone, Cleanliness is Next to Godliness.
The Amazing Mr. Malone.
Operator, get me the office of John J. Malone.
The American Broadcasting Company presents The Amazing Mr. Malone, an exciting half hour of mystery created by Craig Rice and starring Frank Lovejoy. Our locale is the city of Chicago.
the time, the present, and the hero of these weekly adventures, the amazing Mr. Malone.
Malone is the name, John J. Malone, attorney and counselor at law. And tonight I'd like to turn the spotlight on the old cliche, cleanliness is next to godliness. As a case in point, I give you Tony Milano. Mr. Milano is one of Chicago's biggest operators. He runs half a dozen nightclubs in town. And rumor has it if you're bent on a little more action, Mr. Milano can accommodate you there, too. Of course, to run an enterprise of this kind, he needs help. And that's where Georgie Kelk comes in. Kelk is his right-hand man, but Tony never believes in letting his right hand know what his left hand is doing, which no doubt explains Georgie's bafflement as he walks into Milano's private office with a nondescript little man in tow.
Here he is, Tony.
Is he the one?
Yeah. Grimes, this is Mr. Milano.
Gee, it's a great pleasure, Mr. Milano. Wait till I tell my missus. You're not going to tell your missus anything. Huh? This is strictly between us, Grimes. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure, Mr. Milano. Anything you say...
Just to step back a little like a good fella, huh?
What?
Mr. Milano doesn't like people breathing into his face.
It spreads the germs. Know what I mean?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Did Georgie tell you what I wanted?
No.
How could I? I didn't know myself.
I was saving it for a surprise. Mr. Grimes, you're the janitor at the Belmore Apartments, you know?
Janitor? No, I'm the superintendent.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I mean the superintendent. You got a tenant living there named Reed?
You mean Jack Reed? Oh, you bet. He's a swell.
Please, Mr. Grimes, they're not so close.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me.
Now, how about you letting me and Mr. Kelky here in Jack's apartment?
Oh, I couldn't do that, Mr. Milano. That wouldn't be right.
I give you $100.
What?
All you got to do is loan me your pass key.
No.
200.
Well...
All I want is the key for just 1 hour.
Oh, what are you going to do in Mr. Reed's apartment?
Oh, nothing that will get you into trouble.
You said 300?
I said 2, but I'll let you chisel me.
Okay, Mr. Milano. You want to shake on it?
If you don't mind, let's just say it's a deal.
Huh?
Mr. Milano doesn't believe in shaking hands.
Oh, Jane.
You know what I mean. Give Mr. Calca the key. Hey, Mr. Reed does all right for himself.
Tony, I don't approve of this whole idea.
There are a lot of things I don't approve of, Georgie, but I don't let them make me unhappy.
For Pete's sake,
That's
boss,
enough. See if there's anything in the desk.
All right. Hey, will you take a look at this?
You got something?
Yes, indeedy. Jack obviously doesn't believe in banks. I bet there's close to 20 G's in his bundle.
Put that back.
Oh, I just
Put that back.
Okay.
Hey, what's this thing here?
Well, that's a rabbit's foot.
A rabbit's foot?
Yeah, it's supposed to bring you luck. But what's this charm attached to it? The Jack, Reed, and Jean. With this and me, you can't lose.
Who's a Jean?
Oh, it must be the gal whose picture's on the piano.
Hey, that's what I call a good-looking girl. Find out
who she is and where she lives.
Yeah. And put that rabbit's foot in your handkerchief.
What for?
I want it.
Now, look, Tony, this whole thing here, well, it doesn't cost $50.
Maybe, but it's worth $500,000 to me. Wrap it up, Georgie, or we take it home.
Come.
Hello, Christy.
Why, if it isn't my old pal, Tony Milano. How have you been, you son of a gun? Put her there.
If you don't mind, Chris.
Oh, you and your germs.
You know Georgie Kerr.
Of course. How are you, Georgie?
Fine.
Sit down, gents.
You're not busy?
I'm never too busy for you, Tony, but you know how it is. When you're a politician, your time isn't your own. You're always out slaving for your constituents.
Slaving for Yeah.
What's the matter? Anybody giving you trouble?
Yeah.
Who? You just say the word
Jack
and...
Reed.
What?
I said Jack Reed. He opened up a place 2 blocks from mine.
Oh, well, I'll take care of that. Well, I'll shut him up so fast that...
Who do you think you're kidding?
Well, I don't understand.
Reed couldn't operate 5 minutes without you.
Are you insinuating that... Well, now, cut it out, Tony. You know, if someone was to walk in now, they wouldn't realize you're kidding. I'll tell you what we'll do.
You ain't going to do anything, Christie. When I buy somebody, I expect them to work only for me. Know what I mean?
Oh, for Pete's sake, man. You don't realize what you're doing. I've got a wife and 2 kids.
They get by on your insurance.
Tony, please, you've got to listen to me.
You're breathing in my face, Christie. It's a very unsanitary...
You've got to give me a break. I swear I'll straighten this whole thing out. I'll talk to Reed.
It took you long enough, Tony. What were you waiting for?
I just want to hear what he's got to say. Where's that rabbit's foot we got from Jack Reed's apartment?
Oh, here it is.
Put in his hand.
Okay.
Maybe it will bring Mr. Christie luck where he's gone.
You got that step all wrong, Marge. I'll show you. Hey, Rex, give me the Wang Wang blues. I want to show Marge that break. Now watch, honey. That's it.
Hey, mister.
Go away, bud. I'm busy. Now watch, Marge.
Mister.
Are you still here? Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Milano. I didn't recognize you.
That's all right. You got a girl singer in the show named Jean?
Jean Patterson?
Yeah, that's the one. She around?
Yeah. Would you like me to show you her dressing room?
I appreciate it.
Oh, that's okay, Tony.
What?
Oh, I mean, Mr. Milano. Say, you wouldn't have a spot for a hoofer in one of your clubs,
No.
would you? I just thought I'd ask. No harm trying, you know.
This it?
Yeah. Hey, Jean, you decent?
What do you want?
You got company.
Just a second.
Hello?
Who are you?
Tony Milano.
Well, I'm glad to be of some service, Mr. Milano. Hey, Rex, wait a minute. I want to see you.
Well, you're going to invite me in?
Why should I?
It's awfully drafty standing here. You know, that's how most people catch a cold.
What do you want, Mr. Milano?
Just to get acquainted. You see, I saw your picture somewhere, Jean.
Jean?
You can call me Tony.
Not really.
What's the matter, Jean? Don't you want to be my friend?
Well, it's a wonderful offer, Mr. Milano. But you see, I already got one.
Oh. You mean Jack Reed?
Who told you about me and Jack?
I got his spies.
Well, I don't know where they took up their information, but apparently it's from a reliable source. So you see,
We can't be friends.
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Milano, but if you care to leave your name and address...
You will let me know if there's an opening.
Well, I wouldn't hold my breath if I were you.
Oh, that's all right. When I see something I like, I'm a very, very patient man. Goodbye, Jean. Don't forget. Don't forget to give me a call.
Yes? Hello, Jack.
What? Oh, no, it can't be.
No, but it is. Well, how are you, Lieutenant?
Fine. Now let me stop you playing.
Oh, I was just toying around.
Hey, what brings you here?
Can't you guess?
I told that jerk chauffeur of mine not to park near the plug.
It's a little tougher rap than that, Jack. Ever see this rabbit's foot before?
May I?
I'm afraid not. But I'll be glad to read you the inscription on the charm. It says, to Jack Reed from Gene. With this in me...
Where'd you get that, Lieutenant?
Oh, then it is yours.
Not necessarily.
Come on, Jack. There's no use being cagey. I already checked it with the jeweler. He told me it was bought a couple of weeks ago by a girl named Jean Patterson.
Where'd you find it?
In the one place we shouldn't. You know Chuck Christie?
The boss of the Pelham district?
Yeah, only Mr. Christie just got himself a new territory.
I think we've had enough riddles for tonight.
He was murdered at 5 o'clock this afternoon.
Well?
Well, right near the body, we found your trinket. Looks like losing that foot was the worst possible luck for you and that rabbit. Let's go, Jack. I got a car downstairs.
You are listening to the amazing Mr. Malone. Today, more than ever before, Americans must be made to realize that freedom and the rights of the common man are a precious heritage. History has proved that people start to lose their freedom the moment they think it's forever secure. That's why we must all work at keeping our American heritage of freedom, for freedom is everybody's job. As a good citizen, remember your American heritage and work to defend your individual liberties. Do this by taking a more actual part in the affairs of your community and in fulfilling at all times the duties of American citizenship. Now, back to the amazing Mr. Malone.
And that's where yours truly got into the act, and without even seeing the script. But 6 hours after the arrest of Jack Reed for the murder of Chuck Christie, I was pounding the pillow at home. I was right in the midst of a horrible nightmare. An ape-like face was bending over mine, tickling my throat with a razor. And suddenly I made an interesting discovery. It was no dream.
Come on, Malone. Get up.
You're asking the impossible, comrade. If I ever moved now, I'd be minus a head.
And you know something?
I'd look better without it. You put that razor away.
Do I look weak-minded?
Don't expect me to answer that while you're caressing my throat.
Well, you shouldn't blame me, Malone.
I know. I got the skin you love to clutch.
Say, you're a regular vaudeville show, ain't you?
Ain't I? What's your name, friend?
Rube Gelder.
Rube Gelder?
Yeah. I work for Jack Reed. You know him?
I know him.
Well, early tonight, the police picked him up for the murder of Chuck Christie.
The politician?
Yeah. Lucky thing for that cop, I wasn't around.
Otherwise?
Otherwise, I would have broken his back before I let him walk off with the boss.
What's this all got to do with me?
Well, I love that guy. When Jack says to me, Rube, go out and get a lawyer.
You decided to give me the business.
Yeah. See, you're the best mouthpiece in Chicago. Oh, it don't seem possible.
It isn't.
Well, we'll soon know. Now, I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to get dressed and go down to see Jack, and you're going to get him out.
Am I?
Well, you'd better.
Did it ever occur to you once I'm out of your sight, I might tell this story to the police?
And did it ever occur to you that it might occur to me to visit you some other night with this razor? Only next time I might not bother to wake you up?
I see what you mean.
Then what are you waiting for, Malone? Get going.
All the idiotic stunts. Wait till I get my hands on Rube, so help him
along. No, don't upset him.
Well, I want you to know I never suggested that piece of business to him.
I'm sure you didn't.
What a schmo.
He seems awfully fond of you.
He's nuts. I don't know why I keep him around. I'm sorry you got in your hair, Malone.
That's all right.
Lieutenant!
What are you calling him for?
I thought you were ready to go.
What, you want me for a lawyer?
Sure, but I figured...
Oh, forget it. No. You killed Christie?
Why should I?
Well, the police have a pretty convincing theory. They believe Christie was selling you protection for your club.
So?
So maybe Christie was told to close you up.
By whom?
Tony Milano.
Why couldn't Tony have killed Christie?
Well, he could have. Only there are a couple of things that argue against it. One, Tony had Christie in his hip pocket. You don't generally destroy what you control. There's even a stronger argument than that.
What?
The rabbit foot they found near Christie's body.
Oh, that's a frame.
You generally carry it with you?
No, I don't believe in that stuff. Last I saw of it, it was in my desk.
Anybody else have a key to your apartment?
Nope.
Oh, that's just dandy. About this gal who gave you the rabbit's foot. What's her name?
Jean Patterson.
You think this Jean might...
No, I want her kept out of this, Malone.
You're asking the impossible,
She's
Jack.
got nothing to do with this.
Suppose you let me decide that for myself. Lieutenant! I want out.
Yes?
Hello, Jean.
Do I know you?
No, but that can be easily remedied. My name is Malone.
And you heard me singing one night and you decided I was the girl of your dreams.
No, not quite. You see, I'm a lawyer.
Well, when I want to sue somebody, Mr. Malone.
Oh, don't call me. I'll be tied up with Jack Reed.
Jack Reed?
Didn't you see this morning's papers?
No.
They're holding him for the murder of a politician named Christie.
Maybe you better come in.
Thanks.
What's this all about?
Well, you see, this Christie...
I'm not interested in that. How am I involved?
Well, they found a rabbit's foot you gave Jack near the body.
You listen to me, Malone. I didn't even know Christie.
No one says you did, Jean. All I'm hoping to accomplish...
Don't tell me your plans. I'm not interested. Jack's got some nerve ringing me into this.
Well, in all fairness to him, lover, it wasn't Jack's idea.
Don't tell me it was yours.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Mr. Malone. This is just the kind of publicity I love.
You don't seem to realize your boyfriend's in a jam. He may go to the chair.
Oh, I'm awful sorry for Jack. What about me?
What about you?
I got my career to think of, and if you'll excuse me, Mr. Malone, I'll give it some thought right now.
All right. Take it easy. Yeah?
Is Mr. Milano in?
Oh, you're Jean Patterson, aren't you?
Would you mind telling Mr. Milano I'd like to see him?
He isn't here.
Well, when do you expect him?
Never. Now, if I were you, sister, I'd...
Where is it, Georgie?
It's nobody, boss. I'll be right...
It's me, Tony.
What?
It's Jean.
Hello, Miss Patterson.
It was Jean last time.
Yeah, but you say then you don't want to be friends.
Can't I change my mind?
Should I throw her out, Tony?
You crazy? Jeannie, come on in.
Thanks. Hey, this is quite a place.
Nicer than Jack Reed's?
Well, different. Who picked out this color scheme?
You don't like white?
Reminds me of a hospital.
It's very antiseptic.
Oh, yeah, of course, that's okay.
Sit down, baby, sit down. Maybe you like a drink, eh?
Yeah, but there's something else I'd like first.
Well, you just name it.
A little privacy.
All right, Georgie, you heard the lady.
What's the matter with you, Tony?
Go on and beat it. Jeannie and I got a lot of things to discuss.
Are you crazy? How do you know she wasn't sent here by Malone? Come on, sister, blow.
You gonna let him talk to me like that, Tony?
Now listen, sister, I know all
Shut
about...
up! Now get out.
Okay, Tony. I'll see you around.
Don't bother.
Why, Mr. Milano, you're all right.
That dirty lowlife. Look. Look what he did to my knuckles.
Oh, you caught him. Maybe I can make it better.
No. We mustn't take a chance on infection. You sit there, baby. Tony be right back. And then we're going to have a nice long talk.
Oh, never mind.
Hello, Rube.
How can we talk, Malone?
What's wrong with this?
Well, I did like you told me. I followed that Jean Patterson, and where do you suppose she went?
Where?
To see Tony Milano.
Tony Milano? You sure about that, Rube?
I swear on my mother's grave.
I wonder where they first met.
Well, it couldn't be so long ago. Jean's been going with Jack ever since she came into Chicago.
What happened?
Well, they got along swell. The boss was nuts about her.
I mean in Milano's apartment.
Oh, well, how should I know? I'm no peeping Tom. Oh, yeah, a couple of minutes after she walked in, Georgie Kelp came out.
Tony's boy?
Yeah, he was rubbing his jaw.
Sounds like they might have had trouble.
Well, what do you think, Malone?
You did all right, Rube. Let's hope I can do as well. Well, there it is, Lieutenant. What more can you want?
A little proof.
It's as obvious as a hole in your head. Tony framed Jack Reed.
Why?
Could be for a million reasons.
Oh, I love how you throw those figures around.
Well, it's true. Now, suppose Tony had a yen for Jean Patterson.
So he kills a politician he has in his pocket. just to get rid of Reed.
All right, maybe that came later. Maybe Tony didn't have Christie in his pocket. We know Christie was selling them out.
How do we know that?
Well, Jack was still operating. He couldn't do it without Christie's help.
You're changing horses in midstream.
Yeah. Well, the more I think about it, I bet it's the real reason. Milano had an exclusive on Christie's services. When Christie double-crossed him, Tony put him away.
And what about that rabbit's foot?
I don't know where Milano got his hands on that, but if you work hard enough, you'll find the answer.
You're amazing, Mr. Malone.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, you're making sense for a change.
And you believe my client was framed?
Yeah, the only thing that bothers me is how to prove it.
Well, Georgie Kelk must have been along with Tony at the time of the killing.
You don't think Georgie talked?
He might if you staged it, right?
What do you mean?
Let Jack Reed go.
Are you stark raving?
It's our only chance. What do you think will happen when Tony finds out the police no longer suspect Jack Reed?
What?
I don't know either. Let's find out.
Come on in, darling. I'll be ready in just a minute.
Hello, Jean.
Jack.
What's the matter? Aren't you glad to see me?
Well, of course, darling. It's just... Well, it's such a surprise.
Well, that Malone's quite a lawyer.
Then they know you didn't kill Christie.
That was my impression.
Well, who did?
What's the matter, Jean? You thinking of hedging again?
I don't get you, Jack.
I heard about you and Mr. Milano.
What?
Mm-hmm. Rube filled me in on the gory details.
Oh, listen, Jack, you gotta believe me. I was only doing it for you.
Oh, baby.
I mean it. I thought I could trap Tony into making some admission.
I gotta hand it to you, Jean. That's a nice piece of ad-libbing.
Oh, darling, when I cross you.
You'd cross your own grandmother if you thought it'd do you any good. What are you going to do now, baby? It's only a question of time before they pick up your new meal ticket.
You think you're so smart. Well, Tony's twice the man you
Good
are.
for him.
You think he's going to take this laying down?
No, what's he going to do?
You just watch and see, Mr. Reed. You just watch and see.
Yeah.
Malone?
Uh-huh.
Brooks.
I never would have known. How we doing, Lieutenant?
Great.
What do you mean?
That plan of yours is working like a million. Letting Jack Reed go certainly started the ball rolling.
What did I tell you?
You certainly did.
I'll bet Tony Milano doesn't know where he's at.
Probably not.
What about Georgie Kelk? You hear from him?
Yeah, about 10 minutes ago.
I figured he'd be scared, silly. What do you have to say?
Not very much.
Why won't he talk?
For 2 reasons. One, he ain't in the mood. 2, he's got a bullet through his head. I want to see you, Malone.
You are listening to the amazing Mr. Malone. Everybody knows about today's critical housing shortage and the various reasons for this shortage. But there are many people who do not think of one very important contributing factor: forest fires. Last year, forest fires burned enough trees of saw timber to build about 86,000 five-room homes. 9 out of every 10 forest fires are man-made. Most of these man-caused fires are due to plain carelessness. And that's why everyone, therefore, should follow these simple rules of forest fire prevention. Crush out cigarette, cigar, and pipe ashes. Break matches in 2 after using. And drown all campfires. Remember, you are a potential firebug, so be careful. Now, back to the amazing Mr. Malone.
20 minutes later, I was down at headquarters. When I walked into Lieutenant Brooks' office, the first one I noticed was my client, Jack Reed. He didn't say anything. He just shook his head sadly and motioned toward the desk. And then I saw Brooks. It's lucky I did, because he was sighting a revolver at me.
Well, if it isn't the amazing Mr. Malone. I got a good mind.
You haven't got a good mind, and put down that gun.
If you had any brains, I swear I'd blow them up.
What happened?
You tell him, Jack.
Well, I went up to Georgie Kelk's place about 8:30 tonight.
Now, what did you do that for? I told you to stay away.
Yeah, I see now it was a mistake. Anyway, Georgie was certainly surprised. I think if I'd had 5 minutes more, I would have gotten the whole story.
Well?
And suddenly the door opened. All I saw was an arm and a gun. I yelled to Georgie to get down, but I was a little late. There was a shot. Second later, someone tossed that rod into the room and almost brained me.
That the gun there?
Yeah, want to see it?
Yeah, what about the...
Fingerprints. Area 1. It's as clean as a baby's thoughts.
Whose gun is it?
Mine?
What?
Yeah, it's an old one I had in my apartment.
Well, how did it...
Well, how did my rabbit's foot get near Christie's body?
Here we go again.
Listen, Lieutenant, you looked into that angle?
Uh-huh.
What's the story?
The superintendent of the house, a boy named Grimes, has the only passkey.
You think this Grimes might have done business with Tony Milano?
We're checking that now.
When you finish, give us a call. We'll be over at Tony's.
I know Jack.
What are you worried about, Jeannie? I know Jack, too.
But you don't understand. Malone got him out.
He's a pretty good lawyer. Now you listen to me, Doc. You got nothing to worry about. Didn't Tony say he'd take care of you?
I know you will, darling. It's only that...
Yes?
Hello, Tony.
Malone. Gene and I was just talking about you.
Well, I appreciate that. You know Jack Reed, don't you?
Jack.
Sure. How are you, fella?
He's the boy, Malone.
I'm a water boy.
Where were you around 8:30 tonight?
Why?
That's the time Georgie Kelk was murdered.
Not a good old Georgie.
Yes, a good old Georgie. You got an alibi for that time?
Yeah. I was right here.
Uh-huh. And, of course, Gene's your witness.
That's right.
Oh, now, look, I don't want to be involved.
Sure, you got your career
What's the matter, doll? Don't you remember? We were sitting right there.
You're lying, Tony.
You sound like you can prove it, Jack.
I can't. He's the one who shot Kelk.
You're out of your mind.
You didn't see his face?
No, I didn't have to. See that bandage he's got on his knuckles?
Where did you pick that up, Tony?
None of your business.
I'll tell you.
Shut up.
He hit Kelk when Kelk insulted me.
I didn't think that was possible. Go on, Jack. What about the bandage?
Well, when he tossed the gun into the room, I noticed.
You're a liar.
I don't think so.
Whoa! Come in, Lieutenant. How did you make out?
Couldn't be better. Superintendent admits he sold Tony here the use of the passkey for $300. What do you say, Milano?
Nothing until I see a lawyer.
What's wrong with me?
You mean you take my case?
Well, it all depends. I think I could get you off for Georgie's murder.
Are you out of your mind, Malone?
Don't you think I can, Jack?
No.
You're just saying that because you killed him.
He what?
Let's have that again.
What for, Jack? You got it the first time. You killed Georgie Kelk.
I don't know how you do it, Malone.
Shall I tell you a secret, Lieutenant?
No, you don't either. All right, what's the real story?
Well, it all come down to Jack Reed's idea of poetic justice. He thought once we figured that Tony killed Christie and planted that rabbit's
We
foot...
figured Georgie Kelk's murder was the same routine all over again.
That's it.
What convinced you otherwise?
Jack's gun.
Why was that any different from the rabbit's foot?
Remember you told me there were no fingerprints on it?
Oh, there weren't.
Well, obviously then, Georgie's killer had to be wearing gloves.
How do you arrive at that?
Jack claimed he chucked the rod into the room right after the shot, taking no time to wipe it off.
So?
So, later, Jackie said he knew Tony was the man because he spotted him by that bandage on his knuckles.
But if the murderer wore gloves, how could you see a bandage?
You couldn't.
Oh.
See how simple it is?
Well, being simple-minded yourself must help you a great deal.
Yes, it does. When you work up to that state, you'll find out.
Well, you know who I'm sorry for?
Yeah. Jane Patterson.
I wasn't thinking of her.
Well, I was. Ah, poor girl. She tried to play both ends against the middle.
Wound up with nothing.
I begged your pardon.
Where you going?
Well, I owe Jane something for putting away both her friends. Maybe I can further her career. Good night, Lieutenant. Ever hear the story of the blasé character who thought nothing could surprise him until he tried murder, and then he was shocked to death? I'll fill you in on all the details next week, so why not pick me up at my office at the same time? I'll be waiting for you. Good night.
Frank Lovejoy was starred as John J. Malone. Our program was written by Gene Wang with direction by Bill Rousseau. Music by Rex Corey. The Amazing Mr. Malone is produced by Bernard L. Schubert. And now this is Dresser Dahlstead inviting you to tune in next week. The events and characters depicted in this story were entirely fictional, and any resemblance to actual places or people, living or dead, is entirely coincidental. The amazing Mr. Malone has come to you from Hollywood. This is ABC, the American Broadcasting Company.
Welcome back. Well, this, I don't believe, I'm actually fairly certain that they did not get this, naming thing of, using a proverb as a sort of way to name an episode. They did not get that from the book, but it was one of those things that did stick even as other actors came on to play the role of John J. Malone. The big highlight, I think, for that episode was the guest star, the client turned murderer, Jeff Chandler. Jeff Chandler actually playing doubles here. And just a little bit before he would begin his great role as Mr. Boynton on Our Miss Brooks, which outside of his work in Michael Shayne, detective fiction fans will remember him for, is probably his greatest radio claim to fame. And of course, I mentioned we would talk a little bit about Frank Lovejoy, and he was just a very talented actor. Did a lot of things over radio. The one that he's best noted for is Nightbeat, which was one of the more unique mystery programs. But he had a lot of programs before Nightbeat. His run here as John J. Malone, even though we only have 2 episodes of it, was 115 episodes playing John J. Malone. Coincidentally, the series was set in Chicago, where his best series, Nightbeat, would also be set. So I guess preparing for that, and we'll also play another series with Frank Lovejoy. Lovejoy's just he was one of those indispensable people. We've heard him do guest spots on Box 13 and The Adventures of Frank Race, and I personally have been surprised some of the places I ran into him as an actor. He was the first voice of narrator for This Is Your FBI, and also on Life with Luigi. I ranked him number 42 among radio's most essential people, and I think he definitely deserves the ranking. All right, well, we'll have another actor, Gene Raymond, in the title role as John J. Malone in next week's show. And longtime fans will note that the sad fact of the lack of preservation of these ABC programs is not unusual. Of the between the Gene Raymond and Frank Lovejoy episodes, there were 165 episodes of Mr. Malone over ABC. Of those, we have a grand total of 4. 4 out of 167 is the total. And then we have 8 episodes, all 8, that were done over NBC. That was something that was pretty typical for ABC, since there were less networks out there, and therefore, that were ABC affiliates, so there were less transcription discs made. The one exception to this, really sad to say, is Danger Dr. Danfield. One series we'll never play here because it was just the worst detective program ever made. And all 27 episodes survived. Wow. Now that is sad. All right, well, now we do, from sad to happy, time to go to listener comments and feedback. And he writes, these shows are the best things to do with an iPod or iPad or iPhone. Johnny Dollar is my favorite. The podcast app works so well. Thanks for the dedication. There are many shows that I listen to more than once. Well, glad to hear from you on that, Tim. And it definitely works great for Android devices. Actually, last month was the first time that we sold more on the Amazon App Store than we did on the iTunes Store. So maybe some changing trends there. Robert says, who helped support the show, says, Adam, been listening for a few years now and want to thank you for all your hard work. Looking forward to the upcoming shows. Well, thanks so much, Robert. And that will do it for today. Join us back here tomorrow as we continue on with the Clinton matter. And then next Tuesday, it'll be Jane Raymond in Murder and Mr. Malone. Well, before we do get started, I want to say that today's episode is brought to you by the support of our listeners. And I want to send special thanks along to Martha, Michael, and Jeffrey, who have supported the show. And thank you for your support. We'll send access to our premium site along with the designated extras. And we'll share a little bit about our listeners after the program. But I do want to go ahead and get into today's episode of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar, as we continue on with the Clinton matter, parts 3 and 4.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
This is Florrie Hawkins, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, yes. You were the principal of the school.
I'd like to talk to you if I could.
All right.
Would you care to meet me for a cocktail? There's a place called the Trader's Inn not far out of town. I could be there in an hour.
All right. Miss Hawkins.
Yes, Mr. Dollar.
What changed your mind about talking to me?
Well, I've heard how you've gone about this. I mean, you forced Sheriff Doherty to let you in to see Roy Vickery. You defied Chief Hanley, and, well, you don't seem frightened of any of them. Also, I suppose I'm a little sick of everything I've seen around here.
Okay.
I'll see you in an hour.
I'll be there.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the United Adjustment Bureau, 418 West 61st Street, New York City. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the racket in Clinton, Colorado. Expense account item 9, $10, 1 dinner and 4 drinks for myself at the Trader's Inn, 5 miles outside of Clinton, where I waited for Florrie Hawkins to appear.
I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, well, that's all right, Miss Hawkins. Sit down, please. Would you like something to eat? A drink, maybe?
No, thank you.
What's the matter? What is it?
Oh, I can't help looking around. I hope no one sees us together. I mean, that would be difficult to explain.
To explain to whom?
Your friend, Sheriff Doherty, for one.
Oh.
Last night when you came to inquire about Julian Osborne, Sheriff Doherty called and told me to get rid of you and not answer any questions.
Yeah, I guessed that. Did he tell you what would have happened if I had stayed and you had answered some questions?
No. I can imagine it would have been something that would have barred me from teaching for the rest of my life. That sounds incredible?
No, not too. I've been looking at your little town, Miss Hawkins. A school building can be made of paper, go up in smoke, a man can be killed, and none of the responsible people, the man who built the building, the fire chief, the sheriff, seem to care too much.
You asked me about Julian Osborne. I knew he wrote your insurance company, or called them, and told them the school building wasn't right. He told me he was going to do it.
I see.
I knew it wasn't right, too. Everyone who worked in there, who worked on the building, knew it wasn't up to specifications.
Then I'll contact some of those people.
Well, that may be difficult. Julian Osborne spoke up, and he burned to death.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't speak now, or any of the others.
I'm willing to speak about that building now. Now I'm willing to help you. I don't know about the others. Will Mr. Baines help you?
Well, he's frightened of going up against Vickery and the others. But I think I can talk him into it.
That would be 2 of us.
Yeah, that's right. 2 people speaking out. And then there'd be others. Once it gets rolling, it won't stop. Unless I've missed my guess about the townspeople of Clinton.
You seem to know a lot about people, Mr. Dollar. How to say what will stimulate them at the right time or make them speak out. I have to confess you did that to me. You looked hurt and bewildered last night when I insisted you leave me alone. I realize, you know, very deeply, I realize there could have been 1,400 pupils in that school when the fire broke out. I didn't sleep last night thinking of it.
Yeah, I guess that was the only good feature of it. No children died. But as you say, Miss Hawkins, it could have happened the other way. Now, look, besides yourself and possibly Mr. Baines, can you think of anyone else who might be able to supply information about the construction of the school?
I don't know. Let me think.
Somebody who'd have evidence in hand, possibly.
Wait. Yes, I can think of someone.
Who?
The building inspector, the one who approved the building.
Oh, well, that doesn't seem likely. If he passed that building, he must have been in with them. What's his name?
His name is Richard Hobb. Oh, I've known him for years. Oh, he is in with them in a way, but I know he'd get out of it if he could. He was a very decent man when I knew him well. I think he's still decent.
Richard Hobb. All right, who else?
That's all I can think of.
Well, that's a start.
What will you do?
I'll ask you to take a plane to Denver, register at the Cosmopolitan Hotel, and wait until you hear from me.
What?
I'll want a statement from you before you go, but I want you to be safe. I'll get around to Hobb and Baines. All I want are sworn statements to the effect that Vickery built a bad school, that he violated insurance specifications. That'll start it rolling.
Oh, when do you want the statement?
Tonight, right here.
All right. Let's get busy.
It took an hour to get the statement. After that, I drove her to Grand Junction to catch a plane. Expense account item 10, $1.50, telegram to a friend of mine in the private detective business in Denver. I asked him to meet Florrie Hawkins' plane, see that she was safe and comfortable, and keep an eye on her during her stay in Denver. Then I drove back to Clinton. Item 11, 10 cents, another phone call. This one to David Baines.
Yeah, Dollar?
Baines, Florrie Hawkins made a statement about the school building and the fire. She's tired of being scared and shoved around. Now, how about you?
You want a statement from me?
Yes, comparing your specifications with what you saw that actually went into the building. Will you make it out and take it before a notary?
All right. If she can, I can. Then what?
Then go down to Denver and wait to hear from me.
I'll make the statement, but I won't leave town.
You'll help me a lot if you do.
Sorry.
You'll be in danger here.
I feel brave. If you're going to play it so broad, I'll do it too.
I took his statement directly to the post office and mailed it to myself at the Northern Hotel. Expense account item 12, 40 cents phone calls. I telephoned Sheriff Doherty, Fire Chief Hanley, and County Attorney Contractor Roy Vickery and told them that I had a sworn statement regarding building irregularities. Sheriff Doherty snorted and hung up. Chief Hanley yawned and told me not to bother him. And Roy Vickery just laughed. About 8 o'clock that night, I was at the home of Building Inspector Richard Hobb, a nice home in a nice part of town. The woman standing in the doorway was tall and blonde, holding a drink and smoking a cigarette.
Yes?
I'd like to see Mr. Richard Hobb. I'm Johnny Dollar.
I'm Lucille Hobb. He isn't home right now. But you can come in and wait for him and talk to me. I'm not bad company. Would a drink help?
Help what?
Whatever's wrong with you. You look tired, Mr. Dollar.
It might, but I'd rather not. I just came by to talk to your husband.
You said that. What do you want to talk to him about?
Business?
This time of night? Let's stop talking about him. What do you say?
Look, you probably missed your dinner tonight, and you've been getting all of your nourishment out of a bottle, so I'll come back later.
You're afraid Dick will walk in.
No. I'm not afraid of that, Mrs. Hobb. He's already walked out, and you're feeling sorry for yourself.
What?
Well, a man, if he lives in a place, has an ashtray or a picture or yesterday's sports section lying around the front room. I don't see anything like that in this room. If I walked over to that closet 10 to 1, I wouldn't find any of his clothes. And if I tried the drawers, I'll lay odds there wouldn't be a shirt around either. When did he leave?
You're crazy.
When did he leave?
Yesterday.
After the fire?
During the fire.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
Did he go alone?
I don't know.
Did Vickery tell him to get out of town?
No.
I'll ask that again. Did Vickery tell your husband to get out of town?
I don't know.
You said no the first time I asked. asked. Vickery, a pal of your husband's?
They know each other, naturally.
Look, Mrs. Hobb, I don't know how much you've had to drink, but if I'm reading your eyes right, you're scared. You're scared about what's happened here and what could happen here. And you know your husband's involved. Mrs. Hobb, I want your husband to help me. If he helps me, I can help this town get rid of people like Vickery and Doherty and Hanley. If you see him, if he contacts you, tell him that. Tell him I won't let anything happen to him. Tell him I have statements from 2 people already, and they're being protected. I'll protect your husband. You got all that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Good night, Mrs. Hobb. I left her standing in the middle of the living room, drink in hand, staring vacantly at I don't know what. Outside in the crisp mountain air, I took stock of the situation. Richard Hobb, building inspector, who had passed the school building, would be the most important witness I could find to make a statement. The others, from Florrie Hawkins and David Baines, would help. But Hobb's information would be essential to an investigation. I was just coming into my rented car when a sleek, dark limousine pulled up, and Roy Vickery leaned out the window.
Come here.
Why not?
Pretty cold weather to be out so late at night.
Yeah, but then I've got a lot to do.
You been in to see Mr. Hobb?
Yeah.
How's Richard these days?
I wouldn't know. I only spoke to Mrs. Hobb.
I see. Lovely girl, isn't she?
Well, she's a little sad right now. Her husband's missing. He left town during the fire yesterday.
Do tell.
Yeah, I have a feeling he might have been ordered out of town. Sooner or later, people will be asking the building inspector embarrassing questions about their school.
Uh-huh. Were you going to ask him some embarrassing questions, that is?
Yeah, sure I was. I was going to ask him why he passed it. I was going to ask him how much he was paid to pass it. I was going to ask who paid him to pass it. And then I was going to ask him to make a statement.
I figured you might have had something like that in mind.
Well, it's been nice talking to you, Mr. Vickery. I hope I see you real soon. In jail.
Hey, Dollar.
What?
I know you're trying to earn your money and you're working very hard. But I'd stop it if I were you. I admire a man like you, someone who calls a spade a spade.
Or a liar a liar.
Or a liar a liar. But, Dollar, it just won't do you any good here in Clinton.
Tell you what, you worry about your problems and I'll worry about mine.
Have it your way.
Ready with your call to New York, Mr. Dollar?
Right.
Go ahead, please.
Hi, Johnny. Hello, Al. Hey, look, Al, it's a mess here. I've made a little headway. I mean, I'll have a couple of statements coming in, but no concrete evidence yet.
Well, what do you think?
The school building was a fix or something or other. Money somewhere. I haven't been able to find out. The town's sewed up tight, civically and politically. I can't expect any help from the law or the fire department here. They're in it, too.
Oh, that kind of thing, huh?
Afraid so. I need help.
We'll be there in 24 hours. If they want to play it that way, we'll play it that
way. 20 minutes after I hung up the phone and was in bed, I found out how much of a mess it really was. That's when my hotel door opened and a man lurched across the room toward me.
Dollar, I've got to tell you, I wanted to get to you yesterday.
He stood in front of me, swaying back and forth, his hands clutching the front of his coat. He fell before I could get to him. 3 bullet holes formed a neat trio across where his tie pin should have been. I ran my fingers through his coat, pulled out his wallet. The license read, Richard Hobb, age 39, occupation, building inspector. Johnny Dollar.
Al Davis, Johnny. We're on our way.
What?
Yeah, we're in Grand Junction now. We ought to be in Clinton in 3 hours. Renting a couple of cars. I brought help.
I can use it, Al. There's been a murder here.
What?
Last night, a building inspector named Richard Hobb staggered into my room, tried to tell me something, but died before he could get it out. He'd been shot 3 times.
Now, look, you be careful. Don't do anything until we get there. That's an order.
Yes, sir. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar to the United Adjustment Bureau, 418 West 61st Street, New York City. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Clinton matter. Expense account item 13, 60 cents breakfast. I had it sent up to my room. Right behind the bellhop appeared the tall figure of Sheriff Doherty.
How about inviting me for a cup of coffee?
Sure. Sit down. Help yourself, Sheriff.
Thank you. You know, you're a mighty lucky man.
In what way?
I was almost holding you for murder, boy. That Hobb fella.
Oh, that, yeah. You're looking into it, I suppose.
Yep, we're looking into it.
I hesitate to ask, but are you getting anywhere?
We figure he was shot sometime last night. Found his car downstairs all smeared up. Might have driven in from someplace.
Where?
We don't know.
Well, do you know he blew town when the school fire broke out?
We talked to Mrs. Hobb.
I talked to her myself.
Yeah. Naturally, we want to find out everything we can about this matter. Now, Hobb came up here last night and died in this room of gunshots. Why do you suppose he came here?
I never knew the man, Sheriff. I talked to someone who did know him once. She said he'd been a pretty decent man at one time. If you and Chief Hanley and Vickery didn't tell him to leave town when that fire broke out, he might have told me himself. His conscience might have hurt him about passing a building that never could have stood an inspection.
Go on.
He might have heard that I was in town investigating it. He might have gotten sick and tired of the cheap, rotten little schemes here in Clinton and come back to help me straighten it out.
You don't think much of our town, do you?
Not the way it is, Sheriff. And I don't think much of you.
In that case, I'll just try to keep out of your way.
Do that.
You do the same, Dollar. Here.
2 hours later, Al Davies and a contingent of special operatives arrived in Clinton. Toby O'Brien from Continental States Insurance. Rob Schwartz and the Minx twins from Columbia Adjustment, giving us a friendly hand. Todd Weaver, who just finished a case with the Canadian Adjusters Limited. Lou Doniger and Thad Thomas from Chicago. A pretty imposing group of expert investigators.
Well, Johnny, you look okay.
Yeah, still in one piece. Hi, Thad, Lou.
Fine. You want to get the door, Toby?
Oh, sit down there, Joe.
Now, this isn't any vacation trip, boys. We're all going to have to roll up our sleeves. All right, Johnny, you want to break it down?
Yeah, all right. Well, this is a big one, fellas. If you'll all sit, I'll bring you up to date.
Yeah, sure.
No, sit right there. 3 days ago, I came here on a tip that building irregularities were suspected in the new school building. The man who tipped the insurance company was the janitor, name of Julian Osborne. I never talked to Osborne because he died in the fire that destroyed that building. I did talk to the man who designed the building. His name is David Baines. He claims none of his specifications were followed in the construction, so that's why it caught fire and went down so fast. His statement right here. Now, I talked to the school principal, Florrie Hawkins. She supports Baines' statement. I wanted most of all to get a statement from the building inspector who passed the building, Richard Hobb. Hobb was murdered last night.
No wonder you need help.
All right, now, the sheriff, the fire chief, and the building contractor are all in on it. And there are too many leads for one man to follow, too many people for one man to talk to. The sheriff is making an investigation of Hobbs' murder, but we'd better make our own. Now, you, Toby, and you, Thad, Hobbs, your job. Find out everything about him, his bank account, his friends, his troubles, everything. Especially who killed him. His widow's Lucille Hobb. I met her last night.
Leave it to him to find the woman.
Okay, now. Rob?
Yeah?
Your man is the building contractor, Roy Vickery. He's big and tough and shrewd, and he talks softly. He owns and runs the whole show, if I'm guessing right. Now take Toby and run Vickery down. Bank accounts, purchase orders, what kind of money he spends, and so on. Jim and Al Minx? All right, you two, find out everything you can about Julian Osborne, the janitor who was burned to death. I want Lou Doniger to stick close to Fire Chief Hanley. Same thing. Everything and anything you can get on him. Al, you can handle Sheriff Doherty. The rest of you spread out. Start talking with anybody in town who might know anything. When you find one who's sick and tired of watching their town being run by a pack of hoodlums, send them up here to the room. We'll try to get statements from them making specific charges, Al.
Yeah.
I want to guarantee every one of them security. So take them down to Denver, give them protection until it's safe to walk the streets here.
If that's necessary, I'll arrange it.
It's necessary. All right, now report back to me anytime you want. Don't push anybody around. Don't let anybody push you around. Okay, let's get to work. 8 strange men moving through Clinton, Colorado, asking questions were as conspicuous as I wanted them to be. I knew everybody in the little town would be hearing about them and watching them. And sooner or later, I hoped that would pay off. An hour went by before I got any action. Johnny Dollar.
You the fellow with the insurance company?
Yeah, that's right. Who's this?
Never mind. You're taking a lot of chances around here.
We're going to take lots more. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah. My name's Earl Kennedy. I'd like to talk to you.
Name the place.
You go down and stand in front of your hotel. I'll drive by and pick you up.
I went down and stood in front of the Northern Hotel. 5 minutes passed. 10 minutes. And then a car drove up. 2 men in the front seat, 3 in the back. One of them leaned out.
Dollar?
Yeah.
Come on, get in.
Better turn here. Head out toward Conifer.
Yeah. Oh, I'm Earl Kennedy, construction foreman on the school.
Hi. I thought you were going to be alone.
Man next to you is Frank Gibson.
I'm the city editor of the Clinton Times.
Those 3 boys in the back are Chuck Borden, Pete Geiger, and John Newton. They all worked for me on the construction.
Hi.
We seen the guys you brought into town.
Really?
Some pretty heavy boys. You know, the town's a little edgy with all that's happened. The fire, the janitor getting burned, murder of Dick Hobb.
None of which were caused by any of my investigators.
How long are they going to be in town?
As long as they have to be. We're going to get to the bottom of all this.
How many did you bring in?
8. I'll bring in 80 if I have to.
Aren't you talking kind of big?
This is a big job.
Yeah. This far enough?
Turn in here.
Now what?
Just want to talk to you. Earl?
Yeah. We're all willing to make statements, Dollar. I can charge Vickery with shortchanging the city on materials. These guys in the back seat will tell you the same thing.
They came to me to ask my advice. I told them to talk to you, see what kind of man you were. I'll print anything that's the truth.
Well, that'd help a lot, Mr. Ibsen.
The paper's at your disposal, provided it's the truth.
Fair enough. All of you be willing to testify?
I am.
Okay. Now, a couple of other things. First, about Richard Hobb.
You tell him, Frank.
Hobb had big ideas. He played ball with Vickery and the rest of them.
It also looks like he was murdered because he was going to try to make it right. Now, about Roy Vickery.
He was born here in Clinton, brought up here. He's built about 1/3 of the structures in this town. Every one of them standing today. Every one except the school.
Any angle on that?
Your insurance. $200,000.
Okay. Where can I get a copy of the actual purchase orders used in the building?
From Vickery. But I don't think he'd let you have them, if he still got them.
Well, he gave me specifications that look like forgeries. I want the real thing. I'll have to have the real thing.
Well, let me look around. Now, when and where do we make the statements?
Let's go over to my hotel room and do it right now.
Better use the newspaper office. You're probably being watched by now, Mr. Dollar.
Expense account item 14, $10, legal fees. 2 hours later, I hired a notary to attest the sworn statements of Earl Kennedy, Frank Gibson, Charles Borden, Peter Geiger, and John Newton. They were damaging statements that would bear considerable weight in a courtroom, but they were not enough to bring the matter before a court. Al Davies was waiting for me when I got back to my hotel room.
Hi.
Hi.
Come here.
What is it?
We've got friends.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 7.
Mm-hmm. They've been gathering around the hotel now for the last hour or 2.
Any of the boys run into trouble yet?
No, none they couldn't handle. This could be ticklish, though, Johnny.
Huh?
Well, if those down there provoked an open showdown.
Yeah, that might be the idea. We aren't ready for anything like that yet.
We're getting there.
Come in. Well, hello, Sheriff. This is Mr. Davies, our chief inspector.
Davies? Are you the man who brought these troublemakers into town?
I brought 8 assistants with me, Sheriff.
They're troublemakers. They've been going around asking questions, upsetting folks, getting in the way. I'd hate to see any of them get hurt.
Like with those out there on the street?
Those men out there are a group of indignant citizens who came to see me in a body and protested this investigation and the way it's being handled.
They look more like hired bully boys, Sheriff.
I'm asking you and Mr. Davies to withdraw these men you have working in Clinton. I'm asking you to do that by sundown.
Suppose we don't, Sheriff.
Then you'll take the consequences.
Now, wait a minute.
What?
I don't want to keep you in a state of suspense, Sheriff. We're willing to take the consequences.
What?
If that crew out there shoot as well as they look, they're pretty rough people to go up against. Let me tell you, every man in this investigation is armed. We won't be intimidated, shoved around, or bullied by you, those bums out there, or anyone in this town. Now, you tell that to Mr. Vickery and Chief Hanley. And then you go home and stand in front of a mirror, Sheriff, and tell it to yourself. You gave us till sundown to get out. I'm giving you until sundown to resign as sheriff. Now, if you don't do that, I'll see that you're forced out of office. Now, what do you think of that?
You must feel mighty strong to talk like that.
You see this, and this, and this? These are all sworn statements from people in this town who aren't afraid of you and Vickery and the others. You'd be surprised how many other people around here are on the verge of making statements, on the verge of not being scared of you anymore. So where are we, Sheriff?
I'm gonna kill you.
No, you aren't. Go on, get out of here.
I'll kill you, Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about the final exciting episode of this week's story.
Tomorrow, the end and the beginning of Clinton, Colorado. It all happens when the smoke clears. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Welcome back. Well, I love this, how the insurance investigators have descended upon the town of Clinton like avenging angels. You almost have a feeling of this as almost one of those old westerns where we're coming in for the big confrontation, the showdown. Really build up, and I'm just loving the way this story is going. Just some fantastic turns in the Johnny Dollar stories. People find the courage, led by Johnny Dollar, to confront the corruption in their town. And I'm sure we're in for a great conclusion on Friday. So be sure and listen then for part 5 of the Clinton matter. Well, we do have some listener comments and feedback, and we'll go ahead and get into this. Randy Story on Facebook says, "Love that Dollar guy." And Tara comments, "I love your Great Detectives podcast. I've been listening for years. I load up several episodes onto my iPod and clean my house. Sometimes I'll finish my cleaning before the episodes are over, and so I'll go looking for something else to clean. So thank you for helping me keep a clean house. Also keep it up, because I still have a house and 3 kids who mess it up daily." Well, thanks so much, Tara, and we'll definitely keep bringing you the program as long as we can. Martha, who supports the show, writes, "Thank you for your shows. I live in Hong Kong, and the podcast bring a little bit of the States here." And Also, just a comment from Jim who says, great job. Well, thanks so much for all your support. It's truly appreciated. We'll be back on Friday, with part 5 of the Clinton matter. And join us tomorrow as we bring you the adventures of Nick Carter. Well, I do want to, first of all, begin by thanking those who supported our show during the listener support campaign. Among them, Monty and Kelly and Michael. Thank you so much for your support. We'll send along access to our premium site. Plus, we will also send along the promised gifts during the listener support campaign. You can support the show at support.greatdetectives.net. Before we get started, I wanted to announce that I've made my first foray into crime fiction, still kind of with science fiction roots attached, but I've released a new ebook for 99 cents on the Kindle. The title is An Ounce of Prevention. It's a detective novelette, and I'd encourage you to check that out. The title is An Ounce of Prevention. It's available for free if you want to borrow it with Amazon Prime, otherwise 99 cents. All right, well, now it's time for today's episode of Nick Carter, The Body on the Slab.
What's the matter? What is it?
Another case for Nick Carter, Master Detective.
Yes, it's another case for that most famous of all manhunters, the detective whose ability at solving crime is unequaled in the history of detective fiction, Nick Carter, Master Detective. Tonight's curious adventure,
The Body on the Slab. For Nick Carter and the mystery of the missing husband.
But, Mrs. Wallace, people disappear every day in a big city like this. Such things are really no concern of mine. They're a matter for the police.
But, Mr. Carter, it isn't just anybody who's disappeared. It's my husband. I'll pay you anything to find him.
Well, I suppose it can do no harm to listen to the story. All right, Mr. Burnett. Where was the last place you saw him?
In a sort of saloon gambling house on West Street, down by the waterfront. A two-story house. Very run down.
Wait a minute, Burnett. That wouldn't be the place that's run by a one-legged soldier they call Bill.
Oh, so you know it, do you?
Certainly do. By reputation, at least. Here. I want you to look at this picture. You recognize it?
Yes, that's the place I'm talking about.
I thought so. Mrs. Wallace, I'll take the case.
Oh, Mr. Carter, I knew you would.
Yes, I have a score to settle with that old rat with a wooden leg, and this may be my chance to do it. All right, Mr. Burnett. Let me have all the details.
Well, Vernon, that's Vernon Wallace, my friend, Vernon and I had been making a night of it, and we ended up at this Bill's place.
How did you happen to go there?
Well, Vernon had heard that it was a great place for a fast poker game, and he was determined to try it. I'd heard it was a pretty tough place, and I attempted to talk him out of it, but I couldn't do it. So about 1:30 or 2 o'clock this morning, we went down there. We were the only ones there. To make a long story short, Vernon and that old guy who owns the place got into a game, and no matter what the old guy did, Vernon won. I was afraid for him in a dive like that, and I tried to get him to quit and go home with me. But he refused. He told me to get out and leave him alone.
And Vernon hasn't been home since then.
And he hasn't been seen anywhere since then. Afraid that he never left that place alive.
Well, I see. The place to start looking for clues is certainly the Old Soldier's Tavern. I'm going down there tonight. I know enough tricks with cards so that I can be sure of winning. And maybe old Pegleg will try to treat me as he treated Vernon Wallace.
Well, stranger, I gotta admit I'm licked. You broke the bank.
Yes, luck's been with me ever since I sat down here. Well, it's getting late. I've got to be getting home.
How about a drink before you go, stranger? You'll not refuse me that.
Why, no, I'll have a drink with you. But only one.
Sure. One'll be okay. Hey, Mike, 2 beers and make it snappy.
Yeah, coming up.
You won all my money tonight, stranger, but I don't harbor no ill feelings.
Nice of you.
You won fair and square, and that's all there is to it.
Here's your beer.
Here you are, stranger. Drink hearty.
Excuse me, stranger. I'll be back before you can shake a stick.
That's all right. I'll enjoy my drink while you're gone.
Stranger, Mike and I've taken a fancy to you. We don't want no harm to come to you. Look, why don't you stay here all night? Mike's got an extra bed upstairs he'd be glad to let you have. Then tomorrow you can go home and nobody'll bother you.
Well, if you let me pay for the use of the room and bed, I believe I will stay.
Good, you're a smart man, but we couldn't take no money for doing you a favor. Here, Mike, show the gentleman his room.
Yeah, sure. Will you follow me, mister?
Sure, go ahead. I want to get to bed. I'm tired all of a sudden.
Give me your arm, mister.
No. I'm all right. I don't need any help.
Well, I'll come along just to be sociable.
I don't want to be sociable. I just want to go to sleep.
Well, here's your room, mister. I'll leave a candle on the table for you.
Okay. Thanks very much. Good night.
There you are, stranger. Sleep tight.
Yeah.
We'll see you later.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
Yeah, I'll see you later. Good night. I gotta go to sleep. I'm awful tired. Well, got myself into this easy enough. Hope I'll find it as easy to get out again when the time comes. No light, but a candle. One it'll do to give me a look around. Instead of this bed. It doesn't look too comfortable. But, blood. Let's see. The man were lying on this bed. That blood is just about where a dagger would go through his heart. The man were drunk enough or had been drugged, he'd never know what hit him. Well, let's look a little around here. I wonder what's in this closet. Locked. Well, that won't keep me out long. Not as long as I still have my keys with me. Try this one. No. This one does it. Well, this is interesting. Old clothes. Here's a vest with blood on it. And here's a shirt and a jacket. Both of them bloody. Unquestionably, these came from some of the victims. Well, nothing to do now but wait for that one-legged scoundrel and his pal to make the next move. And I guess I'll be safe if I merely sit on the edge of the bed now. Oh, yes, I won't need this candle anymore either. Now to wait for them. Oh, there they come.
Take it all out. You get there, bud.
He's asleep, all right. I can hear him snoring.
Well, with the slug I put in his big, it'd have to be either sleeping or dead.
All right. Easy does it.
Is he still asleep?
Yeah. You hold this light while I...
Get your hands up, both of you.
Well, I'll be...
And drop that knife you got in your hand, Bill.
How can you be awake when we...
Really very simple, Bill. Keep those hands up. I just poured that drink you gave me on the floor instead of down my throat.
What are you going to do with us?
I'm going to turn you over to the police. The evidence of the bloody clothes in the closet and what other evidence they'll undoubtedly find when they search this place, you both should have an interesting time of it.
Why don't you kill us now and be done with it?
Because I want some information first.
Why should we tell you anything?
Because if you do, I shall probably be able to get your sentence reduced somewhat. If you don't...
I got you. What do you want to know?
Last night, a young man won all your money. He hasn't been seen since.
You mean that fellow with the little mustache?
I do. You murder him the way you tried to murder me?
I didn't do nothing with him. Maybe I wanted to, but I didn't.
Isn't it a fact that this chap's friend tried to get him to leave you and go home?
Yeah.
And when he wouldn't go, the friend finally went off without him?
No, that's a lie. They left here together.
What? You trying to tell me one of them didn't leave before the other?
No, they went out together.
You know where they went?
How should I know? There was a taxi waiting right outside the door here. Seemed to be waiting for them to come out. Then the guy with the money gets inside, and his friend sits in front with the driver.
Oh. Friend sat in front of the driver, huh? But you know that cab if you saw it again?
Sure, it had a big dent in the back of the body. Painted with red lead. I've seen them around this part of the city before.
I see. Well, Bill, as soon as I can turn you and your pal over to the law, I'll have Penny find that taxi with the dent in the back. Trail seems to lead direct to him.
Nick Carter's office.
Oh, hello, Patsy. Is Penny there yet?
Penny? Who's Penny?
Oh, I forgot, Patsy. You were away yesterday when all this happened. Scubby got a rush assignment to cover the Balkan campaign for his paper and had to leave in a boat to let sail last night.
Scubby gone without saying goodbye to me?
Well, he couldn't, Patsy. You weren't here. He asked me to do it for him.
Oh, Nick, I'm going to miss Scubby.
Of course, Patsy, we'll both miss him. But while he's away, I'm having Penny Eagles work on my cases with me in Scubby's place.
Who's this Penny Eagles? I never heard of him.
Oh, he's an old friend of mine. Very clever fellow. When he was younger, he was an expert forger.
How did you happen to get mixed up with him?
Well, he was accused of a murder he had nothing to do with, and he had me get him clear. Then he got interested in law enforcement, turned over a new leaf, and has gone straight ever since. You'll like him, Patsy.
I hope so.
Well, she'll be any minute now. As soon as he shows up, have him call me at Shermore 31222.
Shermore 31222.
Right. I'll wait here for his call.
You're right, Penny. That's the taxi we're looking for. And I know that driver.
You do?
Yes. John Hagan, ex-convict and confidence man.
Friend of yours?
Hardly. Seen him in court several times, but he's never seen me. What's he been doing since you've been watching him?
Well, all afternoon and the early part of this evening, he's acted like any other cabbie. Taking whatever fares he could get. But the latter part of the evening, he's been fussy about who rides in his cab.
How do you mean?
Well, I've seen several parties try to take his cab. But all he's picked up in the last 2 hours were 2 drunks, and oh, were they pie-eyed.
I see. I think I know what he's looking for, Penny. And I'm going to give him just the kind of a passenger I think he wants. Wish me luck.
But, Nick, what are you going to do?
Well, so long, old fella. I gotta be getting home now. I'll see you tomorrow, maybe, huh?
Okay. So long, but don't take any wooden nickels.
Okay, pal, that's fine. Don't take a wooden nickel. I had to.
Hey,
taxi, mister? Huh? Taxi?
Hey,
Taxi, mister?
what do I want a taxi for? I got a car of my own.
A friend of yours
I...
told me to come for you and take you home.
Oh, friend of mine, huh? Oh, and I saw it. It's okay. Where's the door? I can't find
Hey, what's the address, mister?
The address? It's the corner of 2nd and 5th. And don't bother me anymore, bud. I gotta get me some sleep. Okay, drive on, McDuff. And now where? I'll wager it won't be towards 2nd and 5th. Wait a minute. What's that smell? Perfume? I know. That's ether. So that's the stunt. Picks up drunks who are too far gone to know what's happening, then doses them with just enough ether to put them soundly asleep. Well, it won't happen to me. If I open one of these windows a little bit, that'll keep the air clear. There. Now, Mr. Hagan, the next move is up to you. Certainly plenty deserted, way out here. Wonder how much further we're going. I better get this window shut again so he won't suspect anything. So we're near the end of our journey, huh? Very well, Mr. Hagan. I'm ready for you.
Sleeping like a babe, ain't you? Well, let's see what you got in your pockets. Then I'll dump
Make
you out.
a move, Hagan, and I'll blow your brains out.
Who the deuce are you?
I'm a detective. See this?
Oh. Well, what you want with me?
I wanted to find out what your scheme was, and I found out. Now I want you to tell me about the man you picked up at Peg Leg Bill's Tavern down on West Street last night about 3 o'clock.
I don't know nothing about it.
Oh, no? Look, you waited for him outside of Bill's place. He rode in back. His companion rode up front with you. During the ride, you gave him ether through that devilish device you've rigged up in this taxi of yours and made him unconscious.
Yeah, if you know all that, why do you ask me? Huh?
Because there are 2 things I don't know. And if you want to avoid further trouble, my friend, you'll tell me. Now, first, who was the man who rode up front with you?
I don't know.
No?
No. Well, I've done a few odd jobs for him in the past, but I don't know his name. They call him the Captain. He made a deal with me early last night to be outside of Bill's place about 2:30 this morning.
Can you describe him?
He's sort of an ordinary guy. About my size, maybe. Well, he's kind of good looking if he didn't have a hunk out of one ear.
Burnett. Now, what did you do with the man who was in the back?
After I quieted him, we took him to a friend of the captain's, other side of town.
What was the address to which you took the body?
Hey, there wasn't no body. He was just as alive as you or me. Now we took him to 14 Wanton Place. Left him.
All right. Get back in your cab and drive me to 2nd and 5th. Then I'm through with you, unless you've lied to me. If you have, keep out of my way, or you'll go to jail for life. This is where Mrs. Wallace lives, Patsy. Well, I hope she's home.
But, Nick, what do you expect to find out here?
I don't know, Patsy. The thing that puzzles me about this case is why Burnett wanted to do away with Wallace. The bell, will you?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the money that Wallace won that tempted Burnett, as he could have taken that while Wallace was unconscious. No, there's a stronger reason.
You hope Mrs. Wallace can throw some light on it.
I hope so, Patsy. If she can only help in that way.
Oh, hello, Mr. Carter. Won't you come in?
Thank you, Mrs. Wallace. May I present my assistant, Patsy Bowen?
How do you do, Miss
Hello,
Bowen?
Mrs. Wallace.
Please sit down.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell me, Mr. Carter, have you found out anything about my husband?
Well, nothing definite, I'm sorry to say. We have learned, though, that he fell into bad hands, but we don't know what happened to him after that.
Arthur assured me you'd find out the truth if anyone could.
Arthur? Oh, you mean Mr. Burnett?
Yes. Yes, he's been so kind to me. He's done so much to cheer me up. Why, except for his kindness, I'd have gone crazy.
You've known him long, Mrs. Wallace?
All my life. We were brought up together. And then, too, he and my husband have been business partners for, the best of friends for years.
You think a great deal of him, then?
Yes, indeed. Mr. Carter, at one time before I met Vernon, I would have married him if he'd asked me. Then I met Vernon and really fell in love with him. But even after I married Vernon, Arthur continued to be my best friend. I think very highly of him.
You're lucky to have such a friend, Mrs. Wallace.
But he could never take my husband's place. You must find Vernon, Mr. Carter.
If it's possible to find him, Nick will do it.
Yes, Mrs. Wallace. You may rely on me for that. Well, shall we be running along now, Patsy? Where did you say you're calling from, Penny?
I'm at a pay station near the house where Hagen left Wallace that night. It's owned by a queer old character they call the Weasel. He works in a crematory about a mile down the road.
I see.
Well, Hagen's story seems to be straight enough. A couple of guys in a saloon near here says they saw the Weasel and another guy carrying a man-sized bundle into the Weasel's place about daybreak a couple of mornings ago. And it hasn't come out again, as far as I can find out.
Well, did you learn anything about the firm of Wallace and Burnett?
Yeah, I picked up a lot of rumors, Nick, but not many facts. Here's how it goes. Burnett ruins the firm and throws the blame on Wallace. And those who know don't think that Burnett lost much money when the firm failed, but Wallace did.
So I was right. What else?
Well, Burnett was the one who started Wallace gambling and drinking. Wallace is a nice guy, but he seems to be the weak sister. But nobody seems to know what Burnett's got against him.
By putting together what Mrs. Wallace told us and what you've learned, Penny, I think I begin to see the answer. I think that...
Hold it, Nick. The guy who looks like Burnett is going into the Weasel's place.
Good. Don't let him get away from you, Penny. I'll meet you there as soon as I can.
Yep. You're right. You're right, Nick. They did bring that casket here to the crematory.
I thought they would. But I wish I could get closer and see what they did with it after they carried it inside.
Look, Nick. That window over there is open a little. Huh? Maybe we could hear something from there.
Good idea, Penny. Come on. But quiet.
Yeah. But, Weasel, are you sure they won't be suspicious?
Not a chance, Captain. That's why we're doing this tonight. The owners of the crematory are going to make a test of a new heating fixture tomorrow morning. And they told me to have the ovens hot by 10 o'clock. I'm just getting them hot a little ahead of time.
What do you use when you make a test like that?
Well, they sent me the body of a dead calf. It's over there in the closet. Yeah, but the test we're going to make tonight will be even better, eh, Captain?
Yes. How does this thing work?
Oh, simple. The body's laid here on this slab and strapped down the way you saw me fix this fella. In the next room, there's a lever attached to the slab. When the lever's pulled, the slab slides into the oven. The door closes behind it, and the destruction of the body begins.
Do we have to watch it burn?
You can't see the slab nor the ovens from the room where the lever is.
How long does it take to reduce the body to ashes?
6 or 8 hours. It'll be all over by daylight.
Even if the body isn't...
You mean even if the body ain't dead yet?
Yes, that's what I mean.
And Wallace is still alive.
Well, it's a little unusual to cremate a live body, but it works just the same. You'll never know what happened. It'll be all over in an instant. Well, we got nothing more to do here. Might as well go in the next room and wait for the ovens to get hot enough. Then you can pull the lever and slide the body.
You mean I have to pull the lever that sends him into...
Sure. He's your friend, ain't he?
Come on, Penny. There's no time to waste. We have to work fast.
Mr. Burnett to see you, Nick.
Oh, yes. Come in, Mr. Burnett.
I just want to take enough of your time to tell you that Vernon Wallace's body was found last night.
Really? Where was it?
Floating in the river. Mrs. Wallace has identified it by a ring and certain other articles found on the body.
Must have been a terrible blow to her.
She's badly broken up, naturally. But I hope to be able to console her, in part at least, for her great loss.
I'm sure you will.
Will this repay you for your trouble?
Oh, amply, Mr. Burnett. And thank you.
Good. Good day, Mr. Carter.
Good day, Mr. Burnett. But if you think I'm going to drop this case now, Mr. Burnett, you're crazy.
Nick, here I am. Over here.
I got here as soon as I could after I got your call, Penny. Brought my new helper, too, as you see.
Yeah, so I see. Hi there, helper.
Hello, Penny. I hope I'm going to be able to help you and Nick.
You'll do all right on this case. Now, what's the dope, Penny?
Well, a couple of hours ago, a taxi pulls up in front of Mrs. Wallace's house.
Mm-hmm.
The driver goes into the house. About 15 minutes later, he comes out again with Mrs. Wallace and her maid. They get in the cab, drive away.
With you after him, of course.
That's right. Well, they drive around and finally end up way out here. There must have been a couple of guys in the cab when the women got in, because when they got out there, they were both gagged and their hands were tied behind them. Well, they took them in the old house. I found a phone to call you.
Did they hurt them?
Well, not so far as I could tell.
Gee, I wish I could see what they're doing now. I hope they're all right.
Oh, Millie, this is terrible. My mouth is still sore from that dirty old cloth they used for a gag. Where do you suppose we are?
Oh, I don't know, Mrs. Wallace. I've never been this far from town before.
Could you see anything out of the window?
Oh, nothing I recognize.
Oh, I should have known better than to be fooled by such a simple trick. I might have known that old Mrs. Parker couldn't be so sick she had to see us at once. Why, I saw her only the day before yesterday.
No, fooled me all right. I thought...
I hope you're comfortable, ladies.
We are not.
We certainly are not. What's the idea of bringing us here?
Well, I'll tell you. The chap says as how he's going to collect some big dough from you two.
You mean we're being held for ransom?
Yep.
Well, how much money do you want?
Well, the chap says he won't take less than $50,000.
Oh, Mrs. Wallace, we'll never get out of here.
Nonsense. He must be insane to expect me to pay him that amount of money.
Well, he says he won't take a cent less.
Well, he won't get it. Never.
And he's a dangerous man. You better not get him mad at you. I'll be back at 8 o'clock tonight for your answer.
Oh, he'll kill us. I know he will.
Be quiet, Millie. He won't kill us as long as he thinks there's any chance of getting the money out of us.
But what if we get... A man at the window. It's Mr. Burnett.
Oh, Arthur. Arthur, I hoped you'd come.
Are you safe, Louise? Have they hurt you?
No, Arthur. We're both safe. But how did you ever find us?
I just climbed up the porch to the roof, then over to your window. Have they told you why they brought you here?
Yes, they want ransom. $50,000.
And they'll kill us if you don't save us.
Not while I'm here. I'll see that no harm comes to you.
But what can you do? You're only one against the two of them, and they're both vicious criminals, I know. Do be careful, Arthur.
Louise, if I save you from these rats, do you think that you...
Ask me later, Arthur, not now.
Very well, if you say so. Now tell me, what time are the men coming back again? Do you know?
The man we talked to said they'd be here at 8 o'clock.
That gives us just over an hour. Now, here's my plan. When they come, I'll be hidden.
Now, you each know what you're supposed to do, don't you?
Sure, Nicky, sure. You know, this ought to be fun. I haven't played cops and robbers since I was a kid.
Same here. This should be good.
Well, I hope you two aren't disappointed. But you can't tell about these things, so watch your step, both of you.
Here they are. Leave everything to me.
Well, you made up your mind to pay the ransom the cap wants?
We'll pay you nothing. Not a cent.
You know what that means, don't you?
It means that you better get your hands up, all three of you, if you want to live.
Who are you?
I'm here to save these two ladies from you and your gang.
Oh, yeah? Let him have it, fella.
Oh, I warned you.
Arthur, you've killed them all.
It's their own fault. I warned them.
Oh, you were wonderful, Arthur. Arthur, are you hurt?
No, Louise, dear. Fortune was with me. I'm not even scratched.
Oh, Mr. Burnett, I never in my whole life saw anyone so brave as you.
Any man would be brave when defending the woman he loves.
Please, Arthur, you promised.
I'm sorry. I'll take you home now. Just let me drag these bodies out of the way, and I'll...
Not yet, you won't.
Wait, you can't. What's the matter with you men? What's the idea?
Shut up, you.
Arthur, are you hurt?
Mrs. Wallace, the time has come to explain a great many things. First, let me remove this beard. There. You recognize me now, don't you?
Mr. Carter. Nick Carter. Mr. Carter, what are you doing to Arthur? Mr. Burnett.
I'll answer that later. First, I want you to meet my assistant, Penny Eagles.
Your assistant?
Sure. How are you? The other man is an old friend of yours, Mrs. Wallace.
An old friend of mine?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm sure I don't
Perhaps
know.
if you took off his makeup, you might recognize him.
There. You know me now?
Vernon. Oh, Vernon.
Louise, my darling.
But, Vernon, Arthur told me that you...
That I was dead? Oh, yes. Arthur Burnett told you a great many things that were not true.
But, Vernon, he showed me your ring, your lodge pin. He said he took them off of your dead body that the police found in the river.
Burnett took those articles from your husband's body, right enough, Mrs. Wallace. But it was while your husband was still alive.
And it's no fault of his that I'm not dead now.
You don't mean that Arthur...
That's exactly what I do mean. He's been lying to you for years, Mrs. Wallace. It was he who ruined your husband's business and caused him to lose so much of his money. It was he who first induced your husband to drink and gamble. And it was he who was responsible for your husband's disappearance a few days ago.
But that's a lie.
Oh, no, it isn't. As a matter of fact, Louise, dear, if Mr. Carter hadn't fooled him by putting a dead calf in my place on that crematory slab, Arthur Burnett would have been my murderer.
Oh, no. No, that can't be true.
Furthermore, it was Burnett who arranged for your kidnapping this afternoon.
Oh, but...
He did it so that he could suddenly appear and rescue you from the members of the kidnap gang, who were in reality men in his employ.
But why should he do all these horrible things?
Because he's been in love with you ever since he first met you. And ever since your marriage to Wallace, he's been insanely jealous of him. Everything Burnett's done has been to make you despise your husband and turn instead to him.
That's a lie, Carter.
Oh, no, it isn't, Burnett. I can easily prove it. Penny, let me have the gun with which Burnett shot us during the battle a few minutes ago.
Sure, Nick. Here you are.
Thanks. Look here, Mrs. Wallace. This pistol has 8 shells in it. Burnett fired 5 shots at us, but there are still 3 shells left. And here they are.
Why, those are blanks. They couldn't hurt anybody.
Exactly, Mrs. Wallace. And the shells in the pistols that his men were to use in the fights were blanks also. And if I were a beautiful woman in distress and a man came to my rescue with his pistol loaded with blanks, I think I should find it extremely difficult to believe that he was being on the level with me.
That was another strange experience of Nick Carter, Master Detective, called The Body on the Slab, or Nick Carter and the Mystery of the Missing Husband. Another of the curious adventures of Nick Carter, which are brought to you regularly at the same time by WOR Mutual. And now, Nick, how about a few hints on next week's story?
It's a story of a body which was washed up on the beach, tied up in a sack.
And the only identifying mark on the body was one of Nick's cards.
I had to solve that murder to prove I didn't do it myself. And I found that the real culprit was the killer who used a clue that pointed directly to him to prove that he couldn't have done it.
And the killer tried to drown both Nick and myself when the chase got too warm for comfort.
But as you can easily see, he didn't succeed. So long until next week.
So long, folks.
And so long to you and Nick for now, Patsy. In the strange adventure you have just heard, Nick Carter was impersonated by Lon Clark. Patsy by Helen Choate. Original music was played by Lou White. The entire production was written and directed by Jock McGregor. Next week at the same time, listen to another curious adventure of Nick Carter entitled
The Drug Ring Murder. Or Nick Carter and the Mystery of the Left-Handed Killer.
This story is a copyrighted feature of Street and Smith Publications, Incorporated. The Return of Nick Carter is produced in the studios of WOR and is broadcast over most of these stations every Wednesday evening at 8:30 Eastern War Time. This is Mutual.
Welcome back. Well, I love the title of this episode, really. I mean, just so evocative and, you know, a little scary at the same time. But the body on the slab. It definitely has a Pulp Fiction feel to it, and as does the whole episode. And this is really, I think, one of the special things about Nick Carter, of how it manages to have to combine the best elements of Pulp Fiction and the traditional detective story to produce something that's exciting and maybe a little bit scary at the same time. So I hope that you enjoyed today's episode. And now we turn to listener comments and feedback. David writes, really enjoyed the Play It Again Adam shows. Well, thank you so much, David, and it's something we will consider for future listener support campaigns as well. More on that in a bit. Just, of course, finished off the last one, so we'll have more on that later. Kelly writes, thanks again for all you do to bring us this great podcast. Thanks so much, Kelly. And I was pretty happy to get this email from Christine, who donated and requested the Hillary Cain mysteries. She says, thanks so much for introducing me to Hillary Cain. Seriously fun stuff. I listened to the entire 4 hours of the episodes in the last 4 or 5 days. It was awesome. Very big thumbs up to you for choosing to include this as a gift in this year's listener support campaign. I wish there were more Hillary. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I strive to offer these programs from the Colonial Radio Theater and also from Jim French Productions, because I think it's definitely important for those of us who are in the United States that we have great radio still produced in the U.S. And they're doing it on much smaller budgets, but they're putting on some great productions with pretty high production quality. Of course, Hillary Cain Mysteries, even though they're recorded in Seattle, is about a British sleuth. So it's a lot of fun, and I'm glad you enjoyed it, and it's definitely one we will bring back for our next campaign. All right, well, that will do it for today. We will be back tomorrow with the conclusion of the Clinton matter, and then we'll be starting off with Dr. Tim Detective. I want to begin by thanking support of our listeners. Among those, I want to say thank you to Carrie, and to Paul, and to Dale. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Thank you so much for your support. We'll send along access to our premium site, as well as any extras that we were offering during the listener support campaign. You can support the show at support.greatdetectives.net. All right, well, now it's time to wrap up the Clinton matter. And then after that, we'll introduce you to Dr. Tim Detective. But here now is the Clinton matter, Part 5.
From Hollywood, it's time now for
Johnny Dollar.
Toby O'Brien, Johnny. Heard you had a run-in with Sheriff Doherty. They say you gave him till sundown to resign his office.
Yeah, I don't think he will, though.
He'll have to do something close to it. I got some information on Richard Hobb, the building inspector who was murdered.
Yeah?
Hobb deposited $20,000 in the bank last year.
What's that?
Now, wait. Hobb's salary as city building inspector was $7,500 per annum. The $20,000 went in 4 $5,000 deposits.
Holy.
And now, wait. There's more. Those deposit dates coincide with OKs Hobb made on the school building. He was paid off after each inspection. Johnny, we got it on paper.
We got some other things on paper, too, Toby. Hold on. Keep digging.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Expense account submitted by Special Investigator Johnny Dollar. Location, Clinton, Colorado. To United Adjustment Bureau, 418 West 61st Street, New York City. The following is an accounting of expenditures during my investigation of the Clinton matter. Expense account item 15, $45 for photostatic copies of deposit slips in the account of Richard Hobb, building inspector, lately murdered. Furnished by one of my operatives, Toby O'Brien.
Here you are.
Okay.
I got a feeling this whole town's coming apart at the seams, Johnny. The sheriff threatened you openly. Everybody who's anybody around here is trying to cover up the school burning down and the way it was built.
I think I can hurry up the process.
You be careful. These people seem to play for keeps.
They've got to realize we do, too. These photostats are the first real bit of presentable evidence that the building was constructed under fraudulent circumstances.
Hey, take it easy.
Now, you keep the originals. Mail them out to the office. The post office is still pretty honest.
Yeah.
Also, let it out that we have the information, wherever you go. I want them to get worried and steamed up and start acting dumber than they already have been.
Okay. Might scare Doherty and Hanley a little bit. That Vickery seems like a different proposition. I don't think he scares.
I drove my rented car over to the home of his grieving widow. She answered the door with tears in both eyes and bourbon over the rocks in one hand. She wore a black dress, black and satin and tight, low cut. Not exactly Emily Post for mourning. But as I say, it was black. A black lace handkerchief waved in the air.
Oh, Mr. Dollar, I'm glad you came by. I'm so unhappy and lost.
Yeah, I can see that. May I come in?
Why not? The sheriff hasn't done anything about Richard's murder.
I wouldn't rely too heavily on Sheriff Doherty, Mrs. Hobb. I don't think he will do anything.
No?
Well, don't look so surprised in your hour of bereavement, Mrs. Hobb. You know he won't do anything.
I don't know anything of the kind.
Why don't you sit down and let's talk? I want you to help me.
Well, I'm not sure I can help you. I'm so broken up.
Oh, now, if you're not careful, you might drown in those tears.
What are you trying to...
Relax, Mrs. Hobb.
All right. So I can't really cry about Richard. I never have. But I thought it was expected of me.
Some people might expect it. I don't. Now, look. This setup creaks from top to bottom. Your late husband made $7,500 a year and deposited $20,000 in 6 months. Here. Figure?
I don't know anything about his money. All I know is the bank told me he had only $300 left.
What did he do with it?
What do you think? He spent it on other women.
Then why the tragic act?
I'm not very good at it, am I?
Not the best.
And it's funny, Johnny, because I really mean it. Oh, I know how foolish I look in these clothes. I wanted to cry because, well, I really loved him once and he loved me, but we kicked it away because we both wanted more excitement than this town or his salary could give us. He was always out spending his money on other women, being a big shot.
What about the money? He got it for falsifying the inspection papers, didn't he?
Yes.
Who gave it to him, Mrs. Hobb?
I don't know. Probably Roy Vickery.
Who do you think killed him?
I don't know that either.
What do you know?
Johnny, he didn't leave insurance. And I have to live the best way I can. If I stay in this town, I have to keep friends. If I don't want to keep them, I have no choice but to move. And that takes money.
I wonder what could possibly be going on in your mind.
Your company handles insurance, doesn't it?
263 different kinds.
Are you particular what kind of premiums you collect?
Well, we pay off on a lot of things. Just what kind of insurance were you thinking about?
$2,000 endowment. Got your pen?
No, but my word's good at the cashier's cage. What do you got?
And I'm trusting you. Richard got that $20,000 from the Clinton Gravel Company for services rendered. Know who owns the Clinton Gravel Company?
Roy Vickery?
That's close enough. Last night after you were here, Richard came back. I told him what you'd said to me. He said Vickery and the others were going to make a patsy out of him. So he left to see you.
And got shot up. Hey, wait a minute. Vickery was outside your house when I left. He might have done it himself.
That's all I can tell you. Now, do I get my insurance?
If what you say is true, Mrs. Hobb, I'll have to check first.
Well, you'll find out. Say, where do you come from, anyhow?
Hartford, Connecticut.
Connecticut. Say, I got an idea. What's the housing situation in Hartford?
Rough. For you, Mrs. Hobb. Very rough. I finally tore myself away from the grieving widow and headed back for the hotel. On my way down the main street of Clinton, someone with a wrinkled coat and bourbon on his breath stepped out and stopped me. David Baines, the architect.
Dollar.
Well, hi.
Yeah, I told you I was going to stick around and do something brave.
Oh?
I finally got up courage enough to do something decent. Decent for me, anyway. For anybody else, it'd be too low to talk about.
What was it?
Well, I'm not much of a lawyer, but they say there's a statute in the books that says a private citizen may commit a crime to prevent a greater crime from being committed and still go free. Is that right?
I wouldn't know.
Well, I committed a crime. 2 crimes. Dishonor to my noble character, disappointing the trust of a young woman. That was the first one. Then engineering a theft. I'm a Fagin, that's what I am. Under the guise of loving a young female secretary eternally, I have, well, here, the purchase orders from Roy Vickery's office. The actual purchase orders for the school.
What?
She stole them for me. For you. With my best regard.
I looked at them. They were as advertised. Purchase orders complete down to the last 10-penny nail. Expense account item 16, 48 cents, postage. Not being a technical expert, I sent them down to Denver for perusal by the original brokers. 14 hours later, the verdict came back in a long telegram. The materials used in the school construction were not passable. The insurance company would never honor the claim of the city of Clinton. This text I turned over to Frank Ibsen, publisher of the Clinton Times. He promised it would be in the late afternoon edition. There were other developments.
Toby O'Brien again.
Yeah, Toby.
We located 2 witnesses to the Hobb shooting. Vickery put Hobb out of the way himself.
Get their statements and get them on a train to Denver right away.
Right.
Then you better gather up the rest of the boys and come over here.
Right.
Expense account item 17, 10 cents, 1 newspaper. The afternoon edition of the Times, which carried a complete story of the insurance investigation up to date, naming Vickery as the perpetrator of the school fire and involving Sheriff Doherty and Chief Hanley. I phoned Frank Ibsen and explained his next edition could carry the story of Hobbs' murder by Vickery. Ibsen said he'd make up an extra for that. I'd no sooner hung up the phone than I had visitors.
Want to come with us, Dollar?
Not particularly. Who are you?
Deputy Egan. Sheriff Doherty wants to talk to you.
I've already said all I want to say to him. Get out.
Guys?
Oh, no.
Take him out of here.
There was strictly no contest. I walked out of the room with a deputy on each side of me and Egan behind me. We were in front of the hotel when I saw Toby O'Brien, Al Davis, and John Newton coming toward the entrance. I kicked out at the nearest man and yelled for help. A few of the local citizens joined in the fight, and Sheriff Doherty's 3 deputies got the worst of it. We took them all back up to my room.
Sit down.
All right, Egan.
You're going to be arrested for this, Dollar.
Where were you going to take me?
Where? Place on the edge of town. Clinton Gravel Works.
Why?
Doherty said to bring you back. He wanted to see you.
Who's there with him?
I don't know.
The Clinton Gravel Works was a large building and tall shaft set on the edge of a frozen lake. Parked near the entrance was a long black limousine, such as a well-to-do contractor might drive. A white supercharged sedan, such as a fancy western sheriff might use, and a red sedan, unmistakably belonging to the fire chief. We covered all the exits, and Toby O'Brien and I went in the front way. We were halfway up the steps when things began to happen.
You all right?
Yeah, come on. Wow.
Hello, Dollar.
All right, lie still, Vickery.
I stayed still for you, Toodle. I should have put you out of the way.
The same as you put Hobb out of the way.
Better.
This one's gone. Who is he?
Fire Chief Hanley. Vickery, where's Doherty?
He's out shooting his gun some more, Dollar. I hope he gets you, too. I hope.
He's backstairs, Johnny.
Yeah.
Stay away from me, Dollar.
The place is surrounded. Throw down the gun and walk out with your hands behind your head.
Toby, I'll get on the front way. Get the guys to step around through the shaft.
Right. You coming out? Doherty, you coming out?
No.
Doherty.
You ought to go over a place good before you think you got a man trapped, Dollar.
You're trapped, Sheriff. The men are waiting
I'm
for
up here
you.
with you, and you're the one I want. I told you I'd kill you.
I've still got my gun in my hand.
Vickery had his gun, and so did Hanley. Look at them.
Yeah, you did pretty well. Made it look like they shot each other.
And now it's your turn, Dollar. No! Get back!
Okay, Johnny?
Yeah, just a nick. Hey, get a doctor, will you?
Yeah, sure.
Well, Sheriff?
I guess I kind of forgot some.
Yeah, what's that?
Part about the falling out among thieves, Dollar.
That was Sheriff Doherty's last statement. He died on his way to the hospital. Roy Vickery recovered and was arraigned on charges of murder, conspiracy, 28 counts all told. Chief Hanley was dead. Expense account item 18, $62, board and room. Item 19, $58, miscellaneous. Item 20, $164, transportation back to Hartford. Total expense account, $2,385.03. Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Now, here's our star to tell you about next week's exciting story.
Next week, the Jolly Roger fraud matter. And, yeah, that means piracy. Of a kind that would have made Captain Kidd look like a bungling amateur. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, starring Bob Bailey, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by John Dawson, it is produced and directed by Jack Johnstone. Heard in this week's cast were Jeanette Nolan, Lucille Meredith, Carlton Young, Herb Ellis, Jack Petruzzi, Bob Bruce, Herb Butterfield, Paul Richards, Edgar Barrier, Russell Thorson, Jack Moyles, and Frank Gerstle. Musical supervision by Amerigo Marino. Be sure to join us on Monday night, same time and station, for another exciting story of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Welcome back. Again, you have to love the supporting cast that they're able to put together for each Johnny Dollar show. You know, it's remarkable when you listen to it. When radio was at its peak, you could not have gotten that many actors together at such a what would probably be a reasonable rate. Because even, with that quality of talent, it would cost you. With radio in decline and production cost down, this was something that they were able to manage, and that's one of the big highlights of the show. We do turn now to get into listener comments and feedback. By the way, I will say this was a classic hard-boiled scene, that scene between Johnny and the widow. I think just very well done. And you left wondering just how sincere she was at all, but because it was clear that what she wanted at this point was the money. All right, well, a comment regarding the Plantagenet matter. W. Blaine Dowler writes on Facebook, awesome start. Perhaps a bit familiar, but so well done I don't care if this is a case of script reuse, since it's clearly been expanded to fit the format anyway. Thanks, Blaine, and I appreciate that. I forgot to mention where last week's show, The Plantagenet Matter, was actually borrowed from a couple of Richard Diamond strips. One was The Lady in Distress, actually borrowed just from Richard Diamond, Lady in Distress from 1952. Today's program was based on two different scripts. One was from an episode of Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar, an Edmund O'Brien episode from April 4th, 1950, called The Story of the Big Red Schoolhouse. It also borrowed from the Adventures of Sam Spade, one of the later episodes, from April 13th, 1951, with the title The Civic Pride Caper. That on the origins and the reuse of scripts. And it's amazing what you can do with these scripts when you've got just enough time to really develop the plots. We have one other Yours Truly, Johnny Dollar email. Justin writes in, hey Adam, I love the show. I just wanted to know why the Edmund O'Brien version of Johnny Dollar is 30 minutes long compared to 15-minute version of Bob Bailey. Also, was John Lund the Johnny Dollar before Bob Bailey? And lastly, is there any other radio shows of Bob Bailey besides George Valentine? Because Bob Bailey was amazing as Johnny Dollar. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and take those questions. The 30-minute format, the reason that the Edmund O'Brien shows were 30 minutes long was 30-minute long shows had become radio's dominant format. And that had happened kind of in the middle 40s that became the standard. CBS really was committed to the idea that they wanted to do a 15-minute mystery serial. And I'm not certain why it is. I would speculate that it was because a lot of the soap operas were still doing okay. Programs like Ma Perkins and One Man's Family, the radio soaps, would stay around into the late 50s and early 60s while a lot of other programs were being canceled. If you could get an audience hooked and interested in the storyline, then you could keep them listening and be able to strengthen the value of the program. And they actually tried 3 different other shows. 2 made it to air. They did a 15-minute version, daily version of Mr. and Mrs. North. They did a 15-minute daily version of Mr. Keen, Tracer of Lost Persons. And they also recorded a pilot with Jack Moyles for a new 15-minute version of Rocky Jordan. None of those made it. The one that did ultimately make it was Bob Bailey as Johnny Dollar. And yes, John Lund was Johnny Dollar before Bob Bailey. And there was not any radio show that Bob Bailey starred in regularly other than Let George Do It as George Valentine. There were certainly shows he guest starred on, and we highlight those in our app extras from time to time. But in terms of starring roles, that was it. He made appearances. We featured Cavalcade of America, some other wartime programs, but those were his main starring roles that he's most remembered for. And they're both incredible. The Bob Bailey role lasted more than 6 years. Let George Do It, and then 5 years on Johnny Dollar. So not a whole lot of starring roles, but he definitely made the most of them. All right, well, now we're going to turn to Dr. Tim Detective, and we'll have some more listener comments after that. Not a whole lot is known about Dr. Tim Detective. It was not in the Encyclopedia of Old-Time Radio Programs. We know it was a syndicated show. It was put out by Monarch. The radio disc that it was found on, according to Radio Gold Index, were dated in 1948. I will warn you in advance that this program is targeted to a more juvenile audience. It combines education, detective mystery, and a little bit of medical drama. I find it a fun package. I know some listeners may not enjoy something that's got a more juvenile tint, but just be advised. So we're going to go ahead and present today's episode of Dr. Tim, and this is the third of 13 episodes in the set. The title is The Mystery of the Guest in Number 2.
This is Dr. Tim, Detective, to bring you, by transcription, The Mystery of the Guest in Number 2. Being a combination of doctor and detective gets pretty rugged sometimes, and this was one of those times, all right. The guest in Number 2, we called him. Jill, that's my landlady's daughter, first called him to my attention.
Mom just rented Number 2. You know, the room up on the second floor. To the doggonedest guy.
I remember you thought I was the doggonedest guy when I moved in here and set up a laboratory for crime detection and medical work.
Well, but Sandy thinks so too, don't you, Sandy?
Yeah, I think maybe he's a criminal in hiding.
I'm afraid you kids have developed unnatural suspicions from helping me out with some of my cases.
Well, anybody that says his name is Jones...
Oh, now look. Some people really are named Jones. Several 100,000 of them, I presume, and...
Yeah, but if that's his name, then why are all his suitcases marked with R-W-M?
Sure, every one of them, stamped in gold letters.
None of our business, kids. Boy, your mother'd skin you alive, Jill, if she knew you were prying into the luggage of a paying customer. And as for you, Master Sandy, it might be smart for you to confine your detective work to your own premises and not in other people's houses, right?
Right.
Oh, okay, I guess. But I still think that it's darn pretty.
I wish now I'd paid more attention to Sandy and Jill in the matter of the stranger in Number 2. But you never know until it's too late. Anyway, nothing happened to break the routine of my laboratory week for a couple of weeks. Then, late one afternoon, just before dinner time, I was cleaning up my lab.
Gee, Dr. Tim, you don't mean those jars are full of real blood? Blood from people?
Exactly that, Jill.
What do you do with it?
Oh, a lot of things. Blood's a pretty useful thing. A lot more so than most people realize.
Where do you get it?
From the bank, Jill. The blood bank. And that's just what it actually is. All over the country, these banks keep blood for use whenever and wherever it's needed.
Sure, but what do you do with it?
Well, that's a long story, Sandy. But it amounts to this. For years, doctors have known that blood isn't just one thing. It's lots and lots of things. And each one of those parts or fractions of the blood can be separated from the other parts. And these are used to cure people. I'm trying to find some new blood parts, or some new uses for the old ones. That's why there's always blood samples in the laboratory refrigerator, catch?
Sure.
Well, I'm all cleaned up here at last. Now, what's the news?
Mom said I'd better come up and see you. A professional visit, she called it. I don't feel so good today.
Symptoms?
Well, I've been sort of sick at my stomach, and my eyes hurt, and I feel all kind of worn out.
Personally, I think she's just trying to get out of doing homework tonight.
I am not.
Well, let me take a look, Jill. Stick out your tongue. Say Sandy.
Yes, Dr. Tim.
Hand me that thermometer, will you?
Sure.
Thanks. Yeah, now keep it in your mouth for a while, Jill.
Dr. Tim.
Yes?
You know that guy Jones upstairs?
Oh, I wouldn't say I know him, Sandy. We've spoken in the hall.
Well, I know you told us to lay off, but the doggonest thing happened just a few minutes ago while I was waiting by the stairs for Jill.
The curse of an overactive imagination. Go on.
Anyway, he came in with this other man right behind him. And Dr. Tim, I'd swear that other guy had a gun in his overcoat pocket, was pushing it right up against this Jones guy's back. They didn't see me because...
I didn't have time to laugh because just at that moment, from right overhead came the sound of a fight, and then something else. A shot. For a moment, we stood there paralyzed. It wasn't until I heard a crash of glass and saw a figure hurtle past my window and streak it over the back fence and up the alley that I could move. And by the time that we reached the upstairs room, it looked as if we'd arrived too late. The mysterious Mr. Jones was lying on the floor with a pool of blood beside him. He'd been shot right through the back. Looking back on it afterwards, I don't know what I'd have done without those kids. There wasn't anybody else in the house, and if I ever needed 6 hands, I needed them then. Sick as she was, Jill just gulped and said,
Holy gee. Is he dead?
He wasn't quite, but it was a matter of moments. Gunshot wounds can be pretty nasty. Where there's loss of blood, you always have shock to contend with, and shock can be mighty serious in itself. Sandy didn't have to be told. In a flash, he was downstairs and back with my medical bag. One word to Jill, the word police, sent her flying to a telephone, and I knew an ambulance and help would be on the way at once. Meantime, the mysterious Mr. Jones was in the hands of God and a doctor. I hoped I was a good doctor. I remember asking God to help me out on that score. Jones was dying. Fast. Then I remembered that blood in my laboratory. Downstairs in the lab, Jill and I worked as we'd never worked before, while Sandy kept watch upstairs over the wounded man. We didn't talk much, Jill and I, just a few quiet questions and answers.
Here's the microscope slide, Dr. Tim. Are you going to give him a transfusion?
Yes. Have to check his type of blood first with a microscope. Use the wrong kind of blood and it would kill him. Good thing I have whole blood on hand for those experiments. He wouldn't last until they could get some here. Now, that solution, please.
Here.
This one seems to match his blood. Quick, hand me that bottle marked type O. Now, go to the sterilizer. "20 minutes later, the ambulance arrived. 2 squad cars and a dozen or so police were scouring the neighborhood for some trace of the man who had tried to murder the mysterious Mr. Jones. And as for Jones, that blood had saved his life, had replaced the vital fluid, the blood cells, and all the other chemical elements so necessary to keeping the life of a man going. Jones was still unconscious, of course, and would be for a long time yet. His condition was so serious that he couldn't even be moved to a hospital. It would have meant sure death from more loss of blood and shock. The case was out of my hands now, but I'd done my best, and I hoped my best was good enough. I sank down weakly in a chair in my laboratory. And it wasn't until I noticed Sandy and Jill, big-eyed and bursting with excitement, that I remembered the other side of the affair. Who had shot Jones and why? Maybe I could help there, too. But one look at Jill, and I knew her heart was going to be broken. For this was one case where she was going to be out of the running. I spoke quietly. Jill.
Yes, Dr. Tim?
You're going to bed.
Oh, Dr. Tim!
Hate to do it to you, old girl, but you remember that little examination we were making?
Oh, yes, but...
As your doctor, madam, I order you to bed. You have measles. A few minutes later, the house had 2 bed patients. One, a very sad young lady with measles. The other, a man nobody knew, who had almost been murdered. A third patient, Sandy, was standing up bravely under a light, while I stood over him with a hypodermic syringe.
What's the stuff, Doc?
Well, believe it or not, Sandy, it comes from blood, too. It's going to keep you from catching Jill's measles, or at least it'll make certain that you have a very light case and protect you for a long time afterwards.
What do you call it?
Immune serum globulin.
Well, let's skip that one, huh?
Well, you see, this stuff is one of those blood parts, fractions I was telling you about. When you take blood from people who have had measles and separate it into its parts, this globulin...
Hey, how do you spell that one?
Well, Globulin. It works wonders to keep people from getting measles from other people.
I'll take your word for it, Doc. Go ahead and shoot.
Okay.
I didn't even feel it. Am I safe now?
Perfectly safe.
Dr. Tim.
Yes?
You know, I've been watching that guy, Jones, the one who was shot. I can tell you something about him.
What?
He's loony. You know what he does?
No.
He collects rocks, believe it or not. Just common old rocks.
Well, that's a harmless pastime.
Sure got him in a mess of trouble.
Maybe you've got a point there, Sandy. But why would anybody shoot a man for collecting rocks? Unless they were gold or something.
Whoever shot him was after those rocks, all right. When you left me alone with Mr. Jones in the room upstairs, I sort of noticed that several of his suitcases had been busted open. There were rocks with labels on them scattered all over the room. I'd sure like to know why.
It must have been midnight when I decided I couldn't get to sleep. I might as well do a little looking around. After what we'd all been through, I wanted to forget the mystery and relax. The police could carry on from here. But I couldn't. So I went up the stairs to where the mysterious Mr. Jones hovered between life and death. I motioned the nurse to be silent and carefully examined the room. Sandy was right. There was nothing of interest except the rocks. There were hundreds of them, all sizes and all shapes, and all neatly labeled with cryptic little stickers which said Northwest 100A or South G8, referring no doubt to some location on a map where they had been gathered. I took a couple with me to examine at leisure in the laboratory and started downstairs when I noticed a light coming from under the door to Jill's room. Well, sort of late for a sick girl to be reading, isn't it?
Oh, honest, I've been asleep.
Well, it's lights out now. Doctor's orders.
Okay, Doctor. How's Mr. Jones? Is he going to live?
I wish I could tell you, Jill. The use of blood has given him a chance. First the transfusion, and then later, maybe he'll need plasma.
What's that?
Oh, plasma is another part of blood, Jill. It can be stored indefinitely and won't spoil as quickly as whole blood. You use it when you don't need the red cells of the blood, just the liquid part.
Gee, blood is sure wonderful stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, Dr. Tim, what are you doing with those rocks in your hand?
Oh, these? Well, they're from Mr. Jones' room. Seems to be a lot of them up there.
Are they anything special?
I don't know, Jill. Sandy mentioned them, and I thought...
Gee whiz. I'll bet I know what they are. I was reading in the paper tonight. Everybody's out looking for them.
For what?
Well, gosh, I forget what you call it. But prospectors go out with some kind of electric machines, and they...
I just stood there with my mouth hanging open. What a dope I'd been. It took 2 kids to tell me what I should have seen from the very first moment. Without even saying goodnight to Jill, I dashed down the stairs, picked up the telephone, and called the Federal Bureau of Investigation. This was a case for the G-Man. It took a couple of weeks before the case was cleared up. My hunch, thanks to the work of Sandy and Jill, had been right. Jones had been prospecting for uranium, the vital mineral for atomic energy and research. Jones told us the whole story later, how he was prospecting for the government, which badly needed new supplies of uranium. How he'd been forced at the point of a gun to give up his map and then brutally shot. The G-men caught the man all right, but never gave out the whole story of who was behind the robbery and the attempted murder. But it wasn't anyone working for the good of this country. Jones had really found uranium, too, and the mine is being worked today, thanks to Sandy, to Jill, and to a mysterious substance known for thousands and thousands of years as blood. This is Dr. Tim, Detective, saying so long until next week at this same time, when Sandy, Jill, and I will dip into my case book and bring out a brand new transcribed story. The Mystery of the Man from Trouble Creek.
Welcome back. Well, a pretty educational program. And I thought fairly well done. I know that we have many educated listeners, and if there is something that's wildly inaccurate, I'll certainly be glad to hear any objections or corrections, but it sounded, just worked in a lot of lessons through the course of the dialogue and through the story. And a little bit of the Cold War at the end, so nicely done. All right, listener comments and feedback continue. This from Kerry, who writes on his donation. Thanks so much. I know this isn't much in return for the great enjoyment I get from your podcast. Well, it's truly appreciated. And Dale says, Adam, I look forward to your podcast every day. Keep up the good work. Well, thanks so much, Dale. And Jim writes simply, great job. Well, thanks so much. I appreciate all your support, donations, comments, emails. That will do it for today. Join us back here on Monday when we'll begin the Jolly Roger fraud matter. And next Friday, we'll have another episode of Dr. Tim. And tomorrow, tune in for the lineup. Today's episode is brought to you by the support of our listeners, and I want to thank, among those donating, I wanted to thank Lynn and M. Savello and Daniel. Thank you so much for your support. We'll send access to the premium site as we do with all donations of $7 or more, and any other appropriate items. Well, I also want to let you know that over at GreatDetectives.net we'll have a couple articles up this weekend. On Saturday, we'll have a short look at the Nancy Drew film series from the 1930s. And then on Sunday, my review of the history of Harry Nile, box set 5. Well, now it's time for today's episode of the lineup. And the title is Lobdell's Poodle-Cut Tomato Case. Definitely an interesting title. We had a few lost episodes, we had 3 lost episodes before this week's show, but we won't be having that problem as much. This starts a string where we have 22 of the next 23 episodes for you. With that said, here is Lobdell's Poodle-Cut Tomato Case.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum, the refreshing, delicious treat that gives you chewing enjoyment, presents for your listening enjoyment, The Lineup.
Ladies and gentlemen, in just a moment we will take you by transcription behind the scenes of a police headquarters in a great American city, where under the cold, glaring lights will pass before us the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. This is The Lineup.
Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum refreshes you. Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum gives you real chewing enjoyment. Yes, for chewing enjoyment plus refreshment, it's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. The lively, delicious flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint cools your mouth, helps keep your throat moist, and gives you a nice little lift. The good, smooth chewing of Wrigley's Spearmint helps keep you feeling fresh and alert, adds enjoyment to whatever you're doing. So for chewing enjoyment plus refreshment, treat yourself often to Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious.
Hi, Ben.
Hello, Quine. How many tonight?
Oh, a bunch. 43.
Oh, anything interesting?
Usual. You gonna stick around?
Yeah, quiet upstairs. Oh, Asher's got a birthday.
Oh, yeah. Tuesday, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. You ought to get him something, huh?
Sure. For what?
I don't know. Hadn't thought about it. He's got a watch, hasn't he?
May I have your attention, please?
Maybe a sweater or something. Yeah,
You
I'll
people
get with
out
you
there on the
later.
other side of the wire in the audience room. May I have your attention, please? Thank you. My name is Cogger, Sergeant Pete Cogger. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you'll see will be numbered. I'll call off the number, their name, and charge. If you have any questions or identifications, please remember the number assigned to the prisoner as I call his name. If you're sure or not too sure of the suspect, have him held. The questions I ask these suspects are merely to get a natural tone of voice, so do not pay too much attention to their answers, as they often lie. All right, bring on the line. Okay, keep it moving right over here to the end of the stage. Now turn and face front, hands at your sides. Now when I call out your number, step out and face the room. I want you to talk up so everyone can hear you. It's a big room. There are a lot of people out there, so talk right up. All right, number 1, Warren Gilman, robbery. Keep your head up, Warren. Where do you live?
Main and Broadway.
What is that, a hotel?
Yeah, it's a hotel.
What's the name of the hotel?
The Fillmore. I've only been there a couple of days.
How long you been in town?
A couple of months. But, yeah, 2 or 3 months.
You with anybody when you were arrested?
Yeah, the guy was sticking up.
Any weapons?
What do you think I was sticking him up with, my finger?
I'll ask the questions, Warren.
Sorry.
Any weapons?
Yeah.
What were they?
Just one, just a gun.
Okay, what kind of a gun? What caliber? What?
38.
What make and color? Chrome or blue steel?
Make, Smith & Wesson, I think. With blue steel.
You always wear glasses, Warren?
Yeah. Except when I go to bed.
I wouldn't suggest you be quite so funny in court tomorrow.
Sorry.
Step back. Number 2, Barney Babbitt, robbery. Stand up, Barney.
I am.
Well, raise your head a little.
As far as it goes, I got arthritis.
Better see a doctor.
Right now?
We got nothing but comedians tonight.
No offense. Pardon me.
You arrested with anybody, Barney?
No, I pulled it alone.
Any weapons?
You ever heard of a shoplifter carrying a gun?
Just answer the question.
I didn't have no weapons.
Where do you live, Barney?
East side, River Street.
Where on the river?
The Atlas.
Hotel?
I guess so.
What do you mean, you guess so?
Well, some of
Ben.
the folks who live there.
Oh,
have
hi,
followed
Asher.
all
Can I see
sorts
you?
of
Oh, sure.
Signs for hotel, but I can't see you.
What's up?
Small just called in. Hit and run. A woman.
How is she?
Dead.
Hi, Doc.
Hello, Ben.
How long do you think?
Oh, I'd say she was killed instantly, about 45 minutes ago, maybe 50.
15. Well, that'll make it around 7 o'clock.
She was hit over there and dragged here. 58 feet exactly.
Well, then the car was driving on the wrong side of the street.
Yeah, then the car backed away. See those tire marks? Made a U-turn, went in the opposite direction.
Any identifications, Swan?
Stuff in her handbag scattered all over the street. Here's a sales slip for some kind of a green dress. Maybe the one she's got on. Name and address on it.
Mrs. Albert Lobdell, 1980 74th Street.
That's only a couple of blocks away.
Okay, Doc. You can take it away.
Right.
Anything else?
Several pieces of glass from a broken headlight. That's about all.
Any witnesses?
Nobody saw or heard anything, but the woman over here says she knew the victim, Mrs. Judson. This is Miss Judson, Ben. She discovered the body and made the report.
I was never so shocked in my born days. Like I thought I was going to faint.
Tell the lieutenant what you told me, Mrs. Judson.
Well, I was on my way home from the drugstore when I saw her lying there all. Well, I got so scared I almost ran all the way back to the store and called the police. We don't have a phone. I didn't know who she was then. It's so dark around here.
You her neighbor, ma'am?
Well, I tried to be.
What do you mean?
Well, Mrs. Lobdell wasn't a very sociable woman. There aren't many houses around here, as you can see, and the few of us that live here ought to be friendly.
What do you think Mrs. Lobdell was doing here?
I tried to make friends with her, like a good neighbor should, but she wasn't much for being sociable-like.
What do you think she was doing out here 2 blocks from where she lives?
Well, going to the drugstore, same as I was, likely.
You always use this route?
All of us out this way do. It's a shortcut.
I see.
The bus stops at the drugstore, too. Maybe she was going somewhere. She was all dressed up in a new outfit. She told me only yesterday, that's when she bought it, that it was the first new clothes she bought since she got married.
Has she just been married?
Oh, no. They got married about 6 months ago. They should do something about street lights here. It's
Well, thank you, ma'am. We'll report that.
Gives you the creeps around here. You wouldn't think you lived in a big city.
Well, thanks very much.
poor husband. He's the one that gets my sympathy.
Yes, ma'am.
Kind of liked him. He was more friendly
Yes,
than
thank you very much, Mrs.
If there's anything else you want to know.
We'll get in touch with
That
you.
officer has my address. We don't have a phone.
Yes, thank you again. Small, as soon as you can, get those pieces of broken headlight down to the lab.
Going over to see the husband?
Yeah.
This is the place.
You check in with Central. I go tell him.
Right. Yes?
Mr. Lobdell?
Yes? What is it?
I'm Lieutenant Guthrie, Police Department.
Police?
May I come in? I'd like to talk to you a minute.
I don't understand. Police?
It'll be easy to talk inside, Mr. Lobdell.
Oh, all right. Please sit down.
Thank you.
Let me clean this place up a little. I have a bad habit of scattering the paper all over the floor when I'm reading. Alice, my wife, raises the roof.
That's why I'm here, Mr. Lobdell, about your wife.
My wife? What do you mean?
She's had an accident.
Alice in an accident?
When'd you last see her?
Why, I imagine it must have been an hour ago. What is it, Lieutenant? What's happened?
You know where she was going?
Of course I know. She went to the drugstore to get some medicine for a cold.
Was she wearing a green dress?
Yeah, I think she was. I still don't see
I
her.
just want to be sure.
Well, where is she, Al?
Your wife's dead, Mr. Lobdell. I'm sorry.
What?
Hit and run, 2 blocks from here.
Dead?
They found a handbag, and your neighbor, Mrs. Judson, identified her.
Oh, no. No.
I hate to tell you like this. Mr. Lobdell.
Yes?
Is something burning?
Burning?
It smells like something's burning, maybe in your kitchen.
Oh, yes. I guess she left the fire on. She was coming right back.
I'll get it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's all right.
Burn yourself?
I should have known better. Could have used something to pick it up.
Soup. She put on the soup for dinner. You'd better put some butter or something on that hand.
That's all right.
Can I see her, Lieutenant?
We'll want an identification. They took her downtown.
Uh-huh. Yes?
Oh, it's Sergeant Asher. He's with me.
How do you do? Ben, I just got a call. The hit and run was picked up.
The person who killed?
Only the car. We haven't got the driver yet. Headlights smashed and the fender
Where?
was in the rear of an old shack near Harbor and Yoakum. Registered owner's a guy named Parkes. Lives on Dorgan Street, about 2 miles from where he ditched the car.
All right, we'll go over.
What should I do?
If you want to go downtown, you may. Ask for Sergeant Cargan.
Sergeant Carger?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mr. Lobdell. I'm sorry about this.
Yeah, I better get my coat.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
How'd he take it?
Pretty good.
Ben, what did you do to your hand?
Burned it on a pan full of tomato soup.
You what?
Good deed for the day.
Friends, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you'll enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Gum. Chew Wrigley's Spearmint while you're working. The lively, full-bodied flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint gives you a refreshing little lift. The smooth, pleasant chewing of Wrigley's Spearmint Gum helps keep you feeling relaxed and satisfied, makes your job seem easier. Chew Wrigley's Spearmint Gum in your home, when you're out walking or driving, when you're enjoying outdoor sports and other activities. Wrigley's Spearmint Gum tastes good anytime, and the natural chewing aids digestion and helps keep your teeth bright and attractive. Yes, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you'll enjoy chewing Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious. Now, back to the lineup.
Oh, hello, Ben.
Hello, Clyde.
I just got here. This is Mr. Parkes, Lieutenant Guthrie.
How do you do?
Find my car?
He claims he reported his car stolen, Ben.
Did you check it?
Yeah, I called him.
Then you haven't found it. Whole squad of police. Not one of you guys knows anything about it.
Well, it takes a little time, Mr. Parkes.
Any old model like that, I suppose you people don't consider it important. Now, it was one of those fish-tail things.
We've found your car, Mr. Parkes.
But why didn't you say so?
You didn't give me a chance.
I'll get it.
Well, where is it? Look, I'd like to have my car if you don't mind.
I'd like to talk to you about your car if you don't
What do you want to talk for? Just bring it over. I get it stolen, I want it back. What do you got to talk for? Big deal. Car gets stolen, every cop in the city wants to hold a convention.
Excuse me, that was traffic, Ben. Mr. Parker's reported it's stolen, all right.
Sure it is. I told you I did.
Now, what time was it reported?
7:35.
You're satisfied. Now, can I have my car?
Not yet, Mr. Parkes. Where were you driving at 7 o'clock?
I wasn't driving anywhere at 7 o'clock. I don't see that it's any of your business anyhow.
Well, it happens to be police business when a woman is killed by your car.
What you getting at?
About a half an hour before you reported your car stolen, a woman was killed by a hit-and-run driver. We have proof it was your car.
You can't pin it on me.
Mr. Parkes, we're not trying to pin anything on you. We'd just like to know what you were doing at 7 o'clock.
Somebody steal my car to report it to the police. They accuse me.
Nobody's accusing you of anything. We just want some information.
What are you looking at, Sarge?
This whiskey bottle.
Oh, so. It's a whiskey bottle.
Cool off, Mr. Parkes.
And the man drinking his own house? Yeah, I had a few drinks. It doesn't make me drunk.
Can you tell us what you were doing at 7 o'clock?
You didn't ask me what I was doing. You asked me what I was driving. I answered that question.
Okay, Mr. Parkes. What were you doing?
Playing pinochle. When the game was over, I went out to get my car. I saw she was gone. That's when I called the police.
Who are you playing with?
Friend of mine, Joe Bacigalupi.
Mind if we call him?
Go ahead, call him.
What's his number?
Northridge, 56. That won't do any good. He won't be home. That's why we broke up the game early. He said he had to go to Calvindale. He won't be back till tomorrow.
You know where we can reach him in Calvindale?
No, he didn't tell me. I didn't ask him.
Well, it's too bad you didn't ask him.
What do you mean?
We're going to have to take you in, Mr. Parkes, until your friend can verify your story.
Morning, Ben.
Hi. What's the lab report on the Parkes car?
Fingerprints all belong to Parkes. Lint on the seat matches the jacket he's got on.
Mm-hmm. Morning, Quine.
This is Parker's friend. His name's, what'd you say your name was?
Bacigalupi, Giuseppe Giovanni Bacigalupi.
Yeah, well, this is Lieutenant Guthrie.
Well, everybody call me Joe.
Have a seat, Joe.
Grazie, sit down there.
You know Mr. Parkes?
Oh, sure, I know him. What's the matter for Parkes? He got in trouble?
Well, we don't know. That's what we're trying to find out.
Parkes, he got a temper just like a 60 wildcat. Man, he's a good man.
Mm-hmm. Were you with him yesterday?
Sure, Mike. We play pinochle. All the time I beat him, he gets so mad he can't see the cards.
What time did you start playing?
Well, it was maybe 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, yeah. Do you remember when you finished the game and left the house?
Well, I think maybe 7 o'clock.
Oh. Well, how did you know it was 7:30?
Well, it's important I go to Calvindale. See, I tell Parkes, he get mad and he say we play one more time. I look at my watch. It's 7:30 o'clock. He call me names. I laugh when I go just the same.
Well, thank you, Joe. I guess that'll be all.
My Parkes, he's okay?
Yeah, I think he'll be okay.
Oh, that's good, because Parkes is a nice
Joe,
man. He's
Joe.
Joe.
That seems to take care of Parkes, Ben.
Yeah, so's up the alibi. Think I'll run out and see Milliken.
Who's Milliken?
Lobdell's boss, Milliken Auditing Company. He's a bookkeeper there.
Oh, you got something?
I don't know.
You want me to come along?
No, while I'm gone, get out a warrant and search Lobdell's house. Take cargo with you.
Okay.
On Asher, on your way back, stop at the grocery store and get me a couple of cans of tomato soup.
What?
Get 'em 2 cans of tomato soup.
Oh, sure. 2 cans of soup. Right away.
Lobdell's been with us for 20 years. Can't picture him getting into any trouble, Lieutenant.
Well, we don't know whether he did or not, Mr. Milliken. I wish you wouldn't tell him anything about our talk.
Oh, yes, of course.
Did he drink or gamble or anything like that?
No, not to my knowledge.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you. I'm sorry to take up your time.
Wait a moment, Lieutenant. I do recall an incident that occurred about 2 weeks ago.
Yes, sir?
One day, Lobdell asked me if he could stay and work that night. Said he wanted to clean up some account that had been piling up. Now that I think that he seemed a little nervous when he asked me.
Was it unusual for him to work late?
No, it wasn't that. He worked late many times. I mentioned it only because of what happened later.
Oh, what was that?
Well, Mrs. Milliken and I went to the movies that night, and we got out rather late. Those double features run awful long. It was close to midnight, and we had parked near the Star Apartments.
Mm-hmm.
Well, just as I was about to drive away, I noticed Lobdell going into the building with a woman. My wife's the one who really called my attention to them. She said, "Look, Henry, there's another woman with that silly poodle haircut."
Ever see Lobdell with this woman before?
No, I never did, Lieutenant. But I've seen the woman before. She's a secretary at Valentine Products, one of our accounts.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed her on a couple of visits I made there. Not a bad-looking woman.
Well, thank you very much.
What makes women go in for fads like that?
Like what?
Oh, those crazy haircuts.
I wouldn't know, Mr. Milliken. I gave up trying to figure women long ago.
Can I help you, sir?
I'd like to talk to the manager. I'm Lieutenant Guthrie, Police Department.
That would be Mr. Valentine.
Yes?
Mr. Valentine, there's a Lieutenant Guthrie from the police department to see you.
Send him in.
You may go right in, Lieutenant. That second door on the left.
Thank you.
Come in, Lieutenant.
Thank you.
Have a seat. What can I do for you?
You have a young lady here. I don't know her name, but she has a poodle haircut.
Sounds like Miss Parkinson.
Mind if I have a couple of minutes with her?
Not at all, Lieutenant. Not in trouble, is she?
No, but she might be a witness in a hit-and-run case.
Oh?
Is there some place where I could talk to her in private?
Oh, yes, indeed. You can use the office next door.
That'll be fine.
Miss Parkinson.
Yes, sir.
This is Lieutenant Guthrie from the police. He'd like a word with you.
How do you do, Miss Parkinson?
Hello.
You can go in that office.
Please sit down, Miss Parkinson.
What is this about?
Well, there's nothing to worry about, miss. You might help us get some information. Do you know Albert Lobdell?
Why, yes.
For long?
Oh, 3-4 months.
Been seeing him often?
Well, I guess so. Why?
Was it serious between you?
Yes. Well, he was serious anyway.
Now, how do you mean?
Well, we were going to be married and...
And what, Miss Parkinson?
Oh, we were going away. Maybe to Florida.
And when did you figure on getting married?
We had no date set. Pretty soon, he said. As soon as he had some important business cleaned up, but I still don't understand. What's this all about?
His wife was killed by a hit-and-run car, Miss Parkinson.
His wife?
Didn't you know Lobdell was married?
Certainly I didn't know. That dirty little pipsqueak.
Anything else you want to tell me?
That cheating, measly runt. Married all the time.
He isn't anymore.
He made a big play for me. Said he made some smart investments. As soon as he cashed in, we'd get married and go away. Well, you certainly got some information.
Hello, Ben.
Hi. Oh, Carger?
Hi, Ben.
Here's your tomato soup. You owe me 36 cents.
Oh, thanks. Empty the coffee pot, will you, Pete? Bring it in here with a hot plate.
Yeah, all right.
How'd you make out at Lobdell's house?
Well, this is all we could find. Bank book, pink slip for his car, and this insurance policy.
$60.14. Not much of a balance.
He hit the ceiling when we slapped the search warrant on him. When we got through, he insisted on coming with us. Said he was going to make you explain.
It was very accommodating of him.
He's waiting downstairs.
Here you are, Ben.
I'll hook it up over there. Then open these cans and put the soup on.
Ben, take a look at that insurance policy. Lobdell got sore as a goat when I turned that up.
Oh? Well, this is on her life, not his. $25,000 policy.
It's dated 5 months ago, soon after they got married.
Clause number 6. In case of death by accident, the beneficiary to this policy. Well, they never learn. There's a double indemnity clause here that pays Lobdell $50,000.
That about wraps him up?
Yep, just about. Hello, Doc. This is Guthrie. That hit-and-run case, the Lobdell woman. Is there any way to tell if she had a cold?
Yeah, we can tell.
I mean, it isn't too late?
No, the symptoms will still be there.
Thanks. Well, let me know, will you?
Call you right back.
Soup's getting hot, Ben.
Oh, it's fine.
Should I turn it off?
No, let it boil over.
What cooking school did you learn that at?
The Lobdell School. Guthrie,
The boys had already made tests, and they found nothing to indicate a cold.
not even a sniffle?
Not the slightest vestige of a cold. Incipient or otherwise. Sorry to disappoint you.
Thanks, Doc. You're not disappointing me at all. Bring Lobdell in, Pete.
I am outraged. What's the meaning of having my home searched?
Please sit down, Mr. Lobdell.
I insist on seeing my lawyer.
Why do you think you need a lawyer?
Only to see that my rights are protected.
You can see all the lawyers you want.
Have a seat, Mr. Lobdell.
Your concern over my welfare is very touching. Lieutenant, as a private citizen, I demand
As a private citizen, you're entitled to legal counsel.
I'm very well aware of that.
Sergeant Asher says you didn't want to call your lawyer.
I decided against it. After all, I'm not under arrest. Or am I?
Certainly not.
Well, how do you account for your high-handed methods, searching my home, prying into my personal papers?
I'm sure you're as concerned as we are, Mr. Lobdell, in finding the person who killed your wife.
Of course I am. I thought you'd already found him.
No. We found the car, but the owner of the car was not in it when it struck your wife.
That's odd. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, yes, it does, up to a point. The car was stolen.
Stolen?
Whoever stole the car might have either killed her by accident or something else might have happened.
Well, what else could have happened?
People have been known to commit suicide that way.
Oh, I see. I hadn't thought of that possibility.
Tell me, do you think she might have wanted to do away with herself?
Well, she was... there were times when she seemed morbid.
Mm-hmm. Were you happy together?
Oh, we certainly were.
Well, your neighbors don't think so, Mr. Lobdell.
You mean that nosy Mrs. Judson?
What did your wife do before you were married?
She worked as a waitress. Hey, Lieutenant.
Yeah?
Whatever's cooking on that burner is beginning to boil over.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
You want me to get it?
Oh, let it go.
It'll boil over and run your rug, shouldn't you, turned off?
It's tomato soup, Mr. Lobdell.
It is?
There it goes.
Okay, turn it off. Watch your hand. Don't pick up the pot. You'll get burned like I did.
Whew. Sure stinks up the office.
Well, 8 minutes, Mr. Lobdell.
I beg your pardon?
Tomato soup. Takes about 8 minutes to boil.
Oh? Huh. So what?
That tomato soup I burned my hand on. When did you put it on the fire?
Well, I didn't. My wife did. I told you that when you asked me before.
Yeah?
Well, what's this all about?
Oh, I got a little corny. Guess I've been reading too many dime novels. I wanted to know how long it took that soup on your stove to boil. I wanted to break your alibi.
Break my... Well, you think...
Your wife was killed more than an hour before that soup boiled over.
I don't know anything about that. I'm not a cook.
Your wife couldn't have put it on the stove before she went out. You're under arrest, Mr. Lobdell.
On that kind of evidence?
You said last night that Mrs. Lobdell was going to the drugstore to get some cold medicine.
Well, that's what she said.
The coroner's report showed no sign of a cold.
Oh, so what?
Asher, bring in the lady, will you?
Yes. How much longer does this go on?
Not long. There's someone I want you to meet.
Can I smoke?
Sure. Go ahead.
Helen. Hey, what are you doing here?
What do you think, you lying little runt?
Take it easy.
Easy,
miss.
my eye. That's the big shot. He was well fixed. We were going to be married.
Oh, Helen, please.
What about it, Lobdell?
Yeah. What about it?
All right. I killed her.
Take him down to the stenographer, Pete.
Remember, friends, Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum refreshes you. Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum gives you real chewing enjoyment. The lively, full-bodied flavor of Wrigley's Spearmint cools your mouth, freshens your taste, sweetens your breath. The smooth, pleasant chewing of Wrigley's Spearmint helps keep you feeling relaxed and satisfied, makes whatever you're doing more enjoyable. Yes, for refreshment plus chewing enjoyment, treat yourself often to Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Millions enjoy it daily. Get a few packages and always keep some handy. That's Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum. Healthful, refreshing, delicious.
The lineup, where before you pass the innocent, the vagrant, the thief, the murderer. Listen again next week when the makers of Wrigley's Spearmint Chewing Gum again bring you The Lineup.
May I have your attention, please? You people out there on the other side of the wire in the audience room, may I have your attention, please? Thank you. My name is Cogger, Sergeant Pete Cogger. I'll explain the lineup to you. Each of the suspects you will see will be numbered. I'll call off a number and name and yours.
The Lineup, starring Bill Johnstone as Lieutenant Ben Guthrie with Jack Moyles as Sergeant Pete Cogger, was written by Joe Steele and edited by Blake Edwards, with music by Eddie Dunstetter. Featured in tonight's cast were Hy Everback, John McIntyre, Dick Ryan, Peter Leeds, Dave Young, Jay Novello, Virginia Gregg, Bob Griffin, and Jeanette Nolan. The Lineup was transcribed in Hollywood by Jaime Del Valle.
When the bullet strikes, you and only you can give a fighting man back his life by your donations of blood. Call your Red Cross Blood Donor Center tomorrow for an appointment to save a life. This is the CBS Radio Network.
Welcome back. Well, a somewhat atypical case, just some very clever detective work yields the actual result here for Guthrie. I thought, just well done, and I love just how smoothly he played catching the bad guy. It was great style, and I really enjoyed it. Well, we turn now to listener comments and feedback. Lynn, who supported the show, says, thanks for the work you put in the podcast and the app. It's appreciated and enjoyed as I climb mountains all over Colorado. Oh, thanks so much, Lynn, and thanks for your donation. And then we have this comment from Podcast Alley. Adam does a wonderful job with all of his podcasts. I love that he goes through each series in meticulous order, letting us know when there are missing episodes. He also tries to give us the story continuity when he has that information. Thanks, Adam, from Pam. Well, thanks so much, Pam. And that will actually finish us up for this week. We will be back tomorrow, actually, with our 1050th episode special. We just celebrated that with the episode of Nick Carter we aired on Thursday, so join us tomorrow for that. And then we'll be back on Monday with yours truly, Johnny Dollar. And then on Saturday, another episode of The Lineup. In the meantime, send your comments to Box13 at greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. From Boise, Idaho, this is your host, Adam Graham, signing off.